of the sneaking.
Yes, yes, the sneaking of the sneaking. But fortunately, I did that off screen, so we don't have to deal with those jackasses in the hallway anymore because we're
Yay.
past them. So that's fun.
The sneaking,
Yayifications.
the sneaking has been done.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, I see a Discord message. Activate music
Yay.
box.
Massage. Oh, boo. The experience from last week carried over, so now I can't possibly take number one spot because Willow will just have it as long as she keeps typing in the chat.
And then invariably loses out to bio.
Well, you did have it for
Yeah.
like the second. It did say number one at 656. True story.
Yeah, because we were both tied for 75 experience, but now she has 100.
Righto.
Now Sarge has surpassed me because Sarge is now also at 100 experience from having experience from last week.
And now Sarge is number
Oh.
one.
Sarge is number one.
That guy's dead now. Previously, as I see bio also in the document in the header.
Hi, Bio.
With everyone having now successfully used the mirror of min-maxing, they decide to go back and take a look at the duo of people that were almost certainly Shadowheart's parents who were strung up at the entrance of the mirror room to see if they could get them down. As it is quickly made apparent, you kind of just can't get them down without Shadowheart being present, which troubles them all for all of 3 seconds before they end up distracted by the fact that despite her parents both being level 1, her dad, but not her mom, has stats that are absolutely jacked as shit and make no goddamn sense. Eventually deciding to, at Bio's suggestion, just pretend that the memory mirror made him... behind him made Shadowheart's dad forget what level he was, not his stats or proficiencies, just the number listed on his character level. The group leaves Shadowheart's parents to keep hanging out as they go about tearing the cloister apart in search of loot now that its prior occupants had recently vacated. Natsu. There's a black diamond on this pedestal outside the mirror room. Take it so I don't end up getting stabbed. Oh, right, that reminds me. You can actually dump like 1,000 or 2,000 gold worth of items onto that pedestal and it would have opened the memory mirror door without having to lockpick it. What? Why didn't you tell us that before? I could have paid that much effortlessly. Well, I'd have said something at the time, but since we all kind of agreed that the Sharans fucking sucked and wouldn't be missed if they were gone, I figured the route of complete annihilation we took was the better path anyway. Yeah, you're right. Main chamber of the cloister now cleaned of valuables, the group begin to head back through the hallway leading to the surface to check the locked doors they saw during their walk down, which leads to Inu becoming increasingly confused over why the doors to all the obvious torture/interrogation chambers would be locked to prevent any of the prospective Sharan marks from stumbling into them on their way to the cloister and subsequently running away. No, but seriously, I just can't understand why there's any reason to keep these doors locked. Nearby wall suddenly explodes. Sarge! Was that really necessary? What, the feng shui in here was way off, so I was just doing some redecorating. Sarge, you can't just go around exploding walls without permission. I mean, who exactly is going to stop him? The people who legally own the place and also don't exist anymore? Secret underground Shar Temple, now thoroughly scrounged for anything of value, the group head back up through the temple's secret entrance that for whatever reason wasn't closed behind them after they went in, and prepare to blast the likely pissed off guard back in the House of Grievous, only to instead end up getting waved off with a, whatever you lot did down there isn't my problem. I was only paid to worry about what happens up here. With the rest of the Grief House workers in the reception lobby being equally chill about the massacre downstairs, since they just work here, the group began to head back outside, only for Natsu to momentarily let his own griefs take hold and cause him to hallucinate the figure of Shadowheart just outside the door. The accident was years ago, Natsu. It wasn't your fault that Shadowheart was somehow more unreasonable than both Astral Lion and Lae'zel. You have to let it go. Once Natsu quickly regains his senses to instead just be annoyed over how difficult it apparently is to break memory deletion brainwashing compared to normal cult brainwashing, Inu begins a short bit of story time before the group decide on what they're doing next. Seeing as the only major quests they have left both involve breaking into Gortash's house, Inu decides that as the self-appointed head bard of the Circus of the Last Days, he does kind of owe it to the circus folk to bring back the pieces of their dead clown on the grounds that they were generally all pretty cool people to the group, jackass Genie notwithstanding. Of course, now set, the group get the tag-alongs to pack up camp for them so they can head back to the circus zone, which leads to Inu idly chatting with some lady named Cantaloupe Bingleblog about that time Natsu got high as balls and beat up a bunch of imaginary dinosaurs, as Natsu himself goes to retrieve Dribbles' hand from Popper.
Well, that can't be the actual name. I'm sure it's what he has written down, but that can't be the actual fucking name.
What, Cantaloupe Bingleblog?
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely what's in the notes.
Yeah, I believe it's in the notes. I don't believe that's the actual name.
Hand in hand, Inu bids farewell to Cantrip Beetleborg as the group heads back to camp to check any errant clown bits that may have been shoved into their storage chests, only to make the tagalongs pack up camp to go back to the lower city rest stop that they had just left once Natsu finds the clown chunks in one of the many body bags he had shoved into storage. With the Tagalong crew now collectively on the verge of dying from exhaustion, the group fan out into the lower city in search of the few chunks of dribbles they hadn't acquired yet, which naturally means a lot of breaking and entering. After a bit of Peter Panning their way up to the balcony of the first stop on the list, Inu breaks his way inside only to find himself standing in the middle of one of those murder scenes they never investigated during the Ballast Assassin quest, since they accidentally found the culprit basically immediately. Seeing as the dead guy's body, some cheesemonger named Alexander, kinda doesn't matter anymore at this point, Inu promptly ignores it entirely to instead talk to a nearby rat named Ratton's successor, who the previously alive dead guy had evidently been feeding a steady supply of cheese to prior to becoming a presently unalive dead guy. Ratton then explains that Alexander used to feed him various types of cheeses prior to him getting stabbed to death right in front of the poor rat, which didn't really seem to bother the rodent much at all, despite the sudden end to his cheese source, since he just started to eat Alexander's tasty innards instead. After Ratton then politely bids farewell to the group due to their presence making him hungry for more innards but not wanting to bite any of them to get theirs because it would have been rude of him to do so, Inu summarily wanders off into the house in search of clown bits and ends up finding a secret wall in the basement in the process. Once Natsu's been dragged down to disable the somewhat alarming number of traps, both adorning and behind said wall, he and Inu begin looting it for valuables and potential clown parts until Elle suddenly asks everyone why the hell she's carrying so much random shit on her. Alright, which one of you jackasses has been putting shit on my character without asking? Not me. I avoid touching shit because I know I'll get stabbed by the loot goblin otherwise. If it isn't some kind of useful potion or elixir, then it wasn't me. Then where the hell did I get all these gems from, and why the fuck am I carrying around 10 whole pounds of water? Well, obviously that last one was just for Karlak's water cooling system. Why else do you think you haven't literally exploded yet, hell? With it now being assumed that Karlak has just been randomly grabbing shit on her own, in addition to all of the other stuff she does without Elle's input, the group head off to break into the next house on their list of clown parts. With this house not having much in it of note aside from a really tall dead guy that didn't really have any relevance, the group head over to the next spot on their list, which sees them breaking into a house that just has a bunch of giant-ass dead spiders sitting in the middle of it for literally no reason. Figuring it best not to linger on any of that for everyone's sake, Natsu and Inu quickly break into the house's basement in search of their target and discover close to a dozen dead bodies, even including a fucking mind flayer of all things they have to sift through before eventually finding the clown chunk being held by one sitting in the center of some kind of ritual circle. Since all of this is obviously a lot to take in at once, Inu decides to try using Palpatine speak for the first time in forever to ask what the fuck even happened down here, only for him to end up not getting any results since he couldn't remember the exact tell the game gives you when a corpse is actually eligible for the spell. For reference, the tell is that the corpse will glow green. Penultimate clown chunk now in hand, the group then find themselves returning to the alley just outside of Basilisk's Gate, which leads to them all quickly growing confused since the location they were being pointed towards for the final clown chunk was a blood-covered locked room that they had already been in. As the group then begins to search around the bloodied room in a baffled stupor over how the missing clown chunk could possibly have been in here when it's literally one of the first places they went to after entering Baldur's Gate, trademark, proper, the game decides to answer this riddle for them in the most embarrassing way imaginable, when it's revealed that the actual reason they'd not found the clown part earlier is that every single one of them forgot to loot the obvious body in the middle of the room. For shame, Natsu. For shame.
Yeah.
Final clown chunk now in hand and feeling deeply embarrassed over this outright failure as professional loot goblins, the group decide to take their feelings out on the tagalongs by making them pack up camp again so they can haul all the group's shit back to the circus zone again so that the reassembled corpse of Dribbles can be handed over to his fellow circus folk. After eventually managing to track down Lucretius, Inu turns over Dribbles' remains so that his old boss will be able to magic him back to a reasonably alive-ish state to become an even greater clown than he was in life. With Dribbles having finally been returned home to Lucretius then informs the group that the circus can at last pack up and move to greener pastures, which leaves Inu with a heavy heart and no choice but to hand over his official resignation from his self-appointed job as the circus's head bard, as he unfortunately would be unable to join them. Recognizing there's nothing that can be done to change Inu's mind since the world is at stake and all that, Lucretius accepts his letter of resignation and decides to leave Inu with a parting gift of a pretty cool set of wizard gloves, since even if they didn't actually hire him in the first place, Inu was still the best damn bard this circus has ever had. Shame the gloves didn't actually have any use at this point, but it's the thought that counts. Waving goodbye to his former co-workers for one final time, Inu turns away from the circus to check the group's quest log again to show off how empty the thing is as the group set off to finally deal with all the stuff that's been waiting for them in Gortash's house. Along the way, however, Inu decides to scour through the street that leads to Worm's Rock in an effort to find that adventurer wannabe neighbor again to see if he has anything new to say. Once Sarge eventually manages to locate the guy in the local clothing shop, Inu is quick to toss Sarge's ass out of the way to begin enthusiastically talking to Neighbor, who very quickly makes it clear that he's done zero research whatsoever into any of the adventuring classes. Dude didn't even know the wizards are book nerds. How do you not know the wizards are book nerds? After then spending a few minutes listening to Neighbor's comedy sketch ideas of what being an adventurer is like, he decides to hand Inu a fancy amulet as thanks for humoring his ramblings as he finally realizes that the adventuring life just isn't for him. This realization doesn't actually end up lasting for long, however, as mere seconds after the words had left his mouth, Neighbor's head suddenly snaps to attention as he then exclaims, "Wait, but if I don't know anything about any of the different adventuring classes, then maybe I should just be all of them at once instead," before then bolting out of the door towards who knows where. Inu then frantically chases after Neighbor in an effort to see where the hell he was even going. He very quickly finds himself stopping dead in his tracks when he realizes that the bridge leading into Worm's Rock isn't actually lowered on this side of the fortress anymore. Now understandably confused about why that was now a thing, Inu heads over to talk to the two guards that were standing on either side of a now very dead Steel Watcher, presumably a result of the central control hub having been racism to the point of exploding, who both tell him to head on over as if the bridge was still there. Now thoroughly baffled himself over why the bridge isn't there, Natsu decides to take matters into his own hands by flying over to the fortress to lower it himself, only to find that there wasn't a lever to do so, but that he was also now locked in combat with all of the guards in the fortress's main passageway by himself. As this is rather obviously not a very optimal turn of events, not because Natsu couldn't slaughter all of the guards like animals himself with zero issue, but because he'd have to use an annoyingly high amount of resources to do so, the others decide they don't have much choice but to take the fast path over and leap off of the edge of the bridge to the island below once Inu has cast Featherfall on them all. Or after he cast it on most of them, at least, since Elle's showing up late to the party ended up leaving her just out of range of Inu's spell range, which naturally resulted in Karlak looking at all of her friends jumping off a bridge before tossing out a shrug and swan diving off after them without noticing she didn't actually have Featherfall, and ending up as an unfathomably dead smear of blood and bones on the jagged rocks some 50 feet below her. Karlak and Gravity never have been on good terms with one another. With Karlak now having done the most Karlak thing to ever Karlak, an exasperated Inu lets out a groan before heading over to pour the jam that used to be Karlak back into a Karlak-shaped mold, only for an alarmed Natsu to point out that having been reduced to literal paste also had the side effect of deleting Karlak's Larvitar's love buff forever. Since that is an actual problem, Inu is left with no choice but to roll back to whatever his most recent save was from prior to when Karlak decided that today was the day, which very unfortunately happened to have only been from a few minutes after or earlier during the conversation with Neighbor. After speedrunning his way back through all Neighbor's dialogue, Inu decides to take another crack at following behind him to see where the hell he even runs off to, only to find that the answer is he apparently just fucking disappears from reality or some shit after taking a few corners. Now back over to the ledge of examining, Inu makes sure to save the damn game this time in case Karlak decides that today is still the day, only for everyone to end up yelling at Sarge for having walked away from his computer without warning, despite Sarge having very definitely said as much before he left. With everyone actually being immune to fall damage this time, the 3/4 of the group who aren't a flying squid person all leap off the ledge, only for Karlak to still end up taking damage anyways because Inu ended up landing directly on top of and subsequently caving in her skull. As Inu then walks off to the hidden prison entrance, he ends up being too busy laughing his ass off to have noticed that his sudden bout of brain damage ended up causing Karlak to make the deeply unfortunate decision of believing that Sarge knew the correct direction to go in, which leads to her ending up on the complete opposite side of the island from everyone else. As Elle then struggles to figure out where the fuck she even was, Inu heads inside the prison to find Natsu angrily opening and slamming a door shut, since it apparently wasn't actually moving on his end of things, which eventually results in Inu just grabbing him by the collar and Danny Phantoming him through the damn thing instead. Having finally made it into Worms Rock, Inu and Natsu head over to deal with the candle puzzle in the far corner of one of the dead-end hallways they accidentally murdered a bunch of guards in last time, as Sarge attempts to direct Elle towards the hidden entrance the others all used. Well, we're in, but we're definitely going to want Karlak, though, before we go on. Even though we aren't on the harder difficulties, this is supposed to be one of the hardest fights in the game, so we're going to want Karlak at the ready. It's at this point where Inu and Natsu then both realize that Sarge is the one attempting to point Elle in the correct direction, despite having been the one that got her lost in the first place, which immediately leads to them both freezing in place to enter free cam around Karlak to give her actual directions. With everyone actually in Worms Rock for real this time, the group all meet up at the entrance to the Wormways so they can get yelled at by an old statue of Baldur and of Baldur's Gate trademark fame, about how only the coolest people get to go and get murdered by the dragon that's sleeping up ahead. Apropos of nothing, Emperor then suddenly squid phones in out of nowhere to say, "This is stupid. That statue is stupid, and you're stupid for being here. There is very definitely not a dragon down here, so all of you should just leave." Which is, of course, immediately ignored because fuck Emperor's Friday night seafood dinner special ass. As Inu shouts that the group are, in fact, bad enough dudes to fight a dragon as the magically door magically swings open, I imagine, to invite them inside. Incredible. How old is this place? 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 Here lies Withermore. Unsurprisingly, it turns out the path that leads to the dragon is in fact the path leading to the path that leads to the dragon, which means that upon stepping past the statue door, the group find themselves standing in the middle of a huge chamber containing a series of side rooms that themselves each contain a puzzle that must be solved before they can actually get to the dragon, because of course. The first of these puzzle rooms they turn to ends up being the Chamber of Justice, which consists of a bunch of paintings on the wall alongside some cursed dude called the Judge in the middle of the room, and some pedestals that probably need books about the night song placed on them or some shit. With the puzzle of justice altogether not being very clear in what you're meant to do with it, Inu and Sarge head off to check out the other puzzle rooms out to make sure they don't need some kind of item from another room to solve it, and come across a nearby invisible bridge to find the Chamber of Insight, which contains 3 blood ghosts, named Swelto, Amaps, and Stead, with a bunch of flying books. Figuring the answer to this puzzle would likely require grabbing the books that are fluttering about, the group attempt to grab at one, only for everyone but Natsu to fail at it, sleight of hand, and all that, only for their attempts to grab any of the other books to not even elicit a sleight of hand roll like the first book did, and leave them fruitlessly attempting to grab at the book as their characters continuously repeat the phrase, hold still, will you?" to a rapidly annoying degree. After a minute or so of being forced to hear, hold still, will you?" on repeat as the damn book seemed to just not work for some reason, Inu searches around the room for another statue of Baldur and to maybe give them a hint for what to do, which basically boils down to, one of these ghosts gives exclusively bad advice and must be shot. Good luck. Now thoroughly annoyed over having to keep hearing, hold still, will you?" because the damn books you need to solve the puzzle the intended way aren't fucking working for whatever reason, Inu decides the puzzle can just go fuck itself and solves things the old-fashioned way by just save-scumming the shit out of it till he finally shoots the right ghost. With the book puzzle having been solved, the group conclude that each puzzle room is entirely self-contained, to itself, which sends Inu back to the Chamber of Justice to outright delete the judge with a remove curse scroll and solve the puzzle by flipping some paintings around or something while Bio's busy dealing with something else. That's said thing that Bio was busy with is then revealed to have been him looking up how the book room actually worked, which turns out to be that every party member gets a singular attempt at grabbing a book. Not a singular chance per book, but a singular chance at grabbing a book, period. Which is a revelation that pretty understandably instantly pisses everyone right the fuck off because that mechanic is pure and utter bullshit.
Agreed.
Now full of raw indignation towards whatever game designer thought that horse shit was an acceptable thing to put into their game, the group arrive at the chess-themed Chamber of Strategy, which Inu instantly skips in its entirety, much to Willow's immense annoyance, by just blasting the shit out of the enemy king piece with a handful of Sith lightning, since he was just done with this shit after the book room, and the king piece happened to be immune to every form of damage except for electricity. With the Chamber of Strategy having now also been solved, the group head over to the final puzzle in the Chamber of Courage, which turns out to be a fairly straightforward survive combat against a bunch of elementals for 4 turns, which is just such a non-issue that everyone can't help but scoff at it. Well, except for Natsu, who was once again caught with his combat pants down since he still had all his sneaking gear on from the book room. Things then go about as smoothly as you'd expect when the group is put into combat against a bunch of jobbers until Karlak decides to do a Karlak and ignore the elemental she was literally a foot away from to instead run across half the arena to punch the one that was next to Inu because she literally didn't even notice she was next to the one in the first place. Never one to not outdo herself, however. Not long after this, once the round is rolled back around to Karlak again, she finishes off another one of the elementals that had been nearby her before making a blind sprint towards the next nearest thing she could murder, only to end up falling flat on her ass because one of the elementals had made a large sheet of ice on the ground in front of it, which Karlak's blind rage had rendered her unable to see. All of the various puzzle chambers now solved, everyone regroup in the central chamber for a short rest to let Natsu get his combat pants back on, before then throwing open the doors to the Dragon Sanctum, an act that gave them all 5,000 fucking experience just for opening a goddamn door. And being met by one final statue of Baldurin, who spouts a bunch of cryptic nonsense about how cool they are for solving all the puzzles. Once the statue finally stops yapping, the group are able to at long last get a look at the dragon. They came all the way here to wake up, only to find its nap was a bit more of the permanent variety than Will and his dad probably would have preferred. At least it's not our fault for once. With the answer turning out to have been for the question, what happens if you forget to leave food out for your pet while you're on vacation for a few hundred years, Inu decides to walk over and investigate the thing's character sheet since he's played a video game or two in his day, which naturally brings up an absolute fuckload of stupidly high stats and high-level passive effects because, of course, they wouldn't have a dragon skeleton this far out of the way if it wasn't somehow still a boss fight. Spotting some kind of fancy hat called the Helm of Baldurin sitting on a dais a bit behind the pile of bones, Ina begins to head over to grab it before realizing they should probably try to loot the dragon first in case something happens with it, which naturally falls to Natsu since he'd already lunged towards it at the mere mention of the word loot. Natsu then immediately comes to regret this decision when his attempt to poke at Answer's skull leads to the ancient calcium warrior Skyriming his way out of his dragon grave to then barf out a stream of raw magic into Natsu's mouth that proceeds to lift him into the air and speak with Answer's voice to ask himself questions in the dragon's stead. This unsettling display then goes on for a moment as Natsu thinks about how fucked up this must feel in his character's head, before Answer suddenly pauses after noticing the fancy D20, which I guess Natsu apparently just has now despite it having been in Inu's pocket earlier, wiggle a bit and asks why exactly he's here. Alright, why'd you come here? Well, you see, Mr. Dragon Man, sir, me and my friends were... I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him in the Astral Prism. Now stop being the absolute bastard that you are, Baldurin, and get your ass out here to talk with me face to face instead of sending your thralls to do it for you. All right. Hi, Answer. How you been doing for the past few hundred years? Dead. Because you killed me when I tried to give you a merciful death instead of leaving you stuck as a brain-eating mind flayer. Well, maybe it was because I wanted to be a mind flayer. Have you considered that? Oh, that's right, you didn't, because when have you ever thought about how I feel? Should we be here for this? I kind of feel like we shouldn't be here for this. Oh, looks like just big-headed. with it now becoming rapidly apparent that A, Will's side quest was actually really fucking important this whole time, and B, there was definitely something going on with these two back in the day before them being roommates as stated in the history books, and C, Emperor is somehow even more of a lying fuckwit than we already knew he was. Answer tosses Natsu's ass back to the ground in a fit of rage over how much of a right bastard Baldurin is, and summons a bunch of elementals to help him kick the group's asses to get revenge on his ex. This is supposed to be one of the hardest fights in the game, Natsu circa about an hour prior to him single-handedly murdering Answer to death in the span of just 2 turns. And the only reason he didn't manage it in a single fucking turn was because the game wasn't letting him trigger Divine Smite on his normal attacks like it usually does. With what was supposed to be one of the hardest bosses in the game having now been killed so fast that he couldn't even enter his second phase, Emperor pops up again to talk to Sarge, because of course, about how he concealed absolutely nothing about his past from the group and simply chose to leave out anything that he didn't deem as pertinent, which everyone immediately calls out as being a crock of shit. Emperor then begins to wax poetic about his days back as the great adventurer Baldurin before his greed led him to get brain slugged at Moonrise and enthralled to the big brain before Answer finally managed to track him down and sever his connection to it so they could both go home. Emperor then continues on by saying that Answer did everything within his power to find a way to turn Emperor back into Baldurin again, rather than be stuck as a brain-eating illithid, which eventually ended up a deeply saddened Answer to decide that the best thing he could do for Baldurin was pull a Luke Skywalker on him by mercy killing him in his sleep to save him from spending the rest of his life as a, and I cannot stress this part enough, brain-eating mind flayer. This then naturally leads to Emperor talking about how he is truly the saddest of boys since he wanted to be a brain-eating squid man because the moron is the fucking brain slug and not the person he originally was, so of fucking course he'd say that. So he could use his new powers to do whatever the fuck he wanted and ended up killing Answer as an act of self-preservation, because why would dying be an option when literally eating people's brains is apparently rad as hell? There were no alternatives. Killing Answer was the only choice, and all of you would have done the same. Nope, pretty sure I'd rather have just let him kill me. Same, honestly. Yep. I willingly let myself get turned into half of a squid person, and I'd still probably prefer someone just kill me if I ever went full squid mode. Look, none of you were there, so your opinions don't matter. Anyways, the point is, I do not regret killing Answer. I only regret that I had to. Now quit talking about my past and get back to work. Fuck this guy. With Emperor thankfully having poofed back into the fancy D20 so he could go be an asshole somewhere that isn't here, Natsu finally decides to speak up about a legendary tier greatsword called Baldurin's Giant's Lair. I think that was apparently lodged into Answer's bones. One guess about how that got there. Which has a bunch of different effects to allow its wielder to just absolutely fuck up the day of any large, huge, or gargantuan target they hit with it. Along with a unique short rest recharge action called Giant Form that turns you big for 10 turns and gives you 27 temporary HP and extra d6 damage on all your weapon attacks. And advantage on all strength-related checks and saving throws. But more importantly, comes with a passive effect that causes any hits it deals to receive double the bonus damage they would normally receive from the wielder's strength stat during damage calculation. Which is, as one would expect, absolutely fucking dumb as hell. With Elle having immediately thrown her shiny gift sword into the fucking trash to pick that shit up along with Natsu's old gauntlets of hill giant strength so she can actually be a real threat again, though whether that's to her enemies or to her allies, who can say, Inu finally circles back around to picking up that helm of Baldurin he spotted just before the fight, which is itself pretty stupid as it grants his wearer immunity to stun and crits, in addition to passively healing them for 2 HP each turn and giving them +1 to their AC and saving throws, though unlike with David's sort of Goliath smithing, that hat here unfortunately comes with the hidden curse effect of making its wearer look like a fucking dork when it's equipped. With Inu now being remarkably more unkillable than he was before at the cost of kinda looking like an idiot, the group begin to climb their way back out of the wormway before the game sees fit to remind them that they're in for a really awkward conversation with Will and his dad about having re-killed the dragon they were sent down here to wake up. Hopefully they'll be a bit more understanding about it once they know the dragon was already dead when we got here. Preferring not to think about that for the time being, Inu pops open a note that Emperor left for Answer about how he should just chill out and let him continue to be a brain-eating mind flayer because it's rad, actually, and that's definitely not him being a brain slug talking for sure. and that Answer should leave instead of worrying over him anymore. No, seriously, fuck this guy. Well, that definitely didn't improve the mood. Yeah. Oh, speaking of not improving the mood, I learned recently that the Viconia lady we killed was apparently a player character in BG 1 and 2, so... she sucked in this game, so who really cares? Seeing as all that shit had eaten morales, and they didn't have a whole lot of time left, Inu attempts to warp back to camp to rip the Band-Aid off and get the awkward conversation with Will and Ravenguard out of the way, only to not be able to do that from inside Worms Rock because it's presently listed as an aggro zone. Since getting to camp turned out to have not been an option, Inu just shrugs and heads up the stairs leading to the main floor of Worms Rock so the group could get a head start towards Gortash's room, as opposed to just taking the back exit out of the prison again so they could get to camp, which results in him immediately getting jumped by half a dozen admittedly low-level jobbers, since the prison leads straight into Worms Rock Armory. Okay, the quartermaster is only temporarily hostile. I repeat, pointedly turns head toward Karlak, the level 1 quartermaster is only temporarily hostile. We do not need to kill them. Hint, hint. Immediately uses cleave to brutally decapitate the quartermaster the instant it's her turn. Sorry, I kind of zoned out again. What were we talking about? God damn it, Karlak! Was I not supposed to kill that one? Sarge collapsing into self in a singularity of maddened laughter. With Karlak having, despite all odds, somehow managed to outdo herself again, a defeated Inu slowly shambles over to the nearest waypoint in an attempt to warp to somewhere that isn't in full aggro mode, only for that to also not work either. People be mad. I think that was supposed to be because people be mad. Now resigned that they are truly stuck in this building until they have Gortash's head on a pike, Ina begins to make way to the main hallway that divides the fortress until he realizes his character is still maintaining concentration on a hex cast despite the enemy that he had hexed being very incredibly dead by this point in time, which is kind of just baffling. Hex now recalled, Inu begins to do a sneak to get past all the guards in the hallway, only for the party to immediately end up caught because Karlak decided to sprint out of the armory while waving her new sword around like a jackass. Things are then made even more complicated when Natsu's attempt to sneak past the guys that were aggroed onto Karlak results in him instantly pulling turbo aggro from everything on the second floor, as Karlak meanwhile ends up pulling aggro from a half dozen more guys in her efforts to deal with the few that initially spotted her. Feeling left out of all the bad decision-making that's been going on in the past 10 minutes, Inu decides to run up directly next to Natsu in order to pocket a live grenade, which of course results in him immediately blowing the fuck up on the spot, which is made substantially worse by the fact that all of the blood in Inu's body is literally made out of fucking explodium. With Inu and Natsu now both half dead because of Inu's plan, if you can even call it that, with Inu additionally being on fire and Natsu having been launched a good 15 feet through the air, the two spend a moment bickering with each other over everything that just happened, before Natsu looks over to notice that Karlak is presently knocked onto her ass and 80% dead because of all the reinforcements the two hadn't heard she was dealing with downstairs. As shit downstairs is now beyond fucked, Inu and Natsu hurry to conclude their own problems upstairs and start to haul ass back down to help, just in time to see Elle get punched into a down state by the trio of guards that had ganged up on her. Figuring things couldn't get much worse than this, Natsu makes the utterly foolish mistake of thinking that the game's potion throwing mechanic would actually function when it's most needed, and fastballs one of his stronger health potions directly at Karlak's body without asking for a save first, just for it to do jack shit for her and heal exclusively one of the guards next to her instead. If Natsu ever attempts to use the potion throw mechanic again after that, I'd be genuinely shocked. As this refusal for the game to simply have one of its own baked-in mechanics just function as intended, of course, leads to Karlak's brain getting curb-stomped into paste, Inu decides to just spare everyone from the absolute shit show they've been trapped in and reloads to before Karlak had been spotted so that she can get her Larvitar's love buff back. And with the group now back in the armory once again, the session ends with the guards yet again immediately catching sight of Karlak when she decided to run directly through the same guard's sight cone, as a deeply tired Inu is at least able to take solace in the fact that he can now hide his dumb-looking new hat from view thanks to Bio looking about to access some needlessly obscure menu options. Ah, yeah, Jackie.
One more thing.
One more thing, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I got us out of that hallway so that we didn't have to deal with that shit. Because
You're not jumping up there.
I actually wasn't sure at the end of like the last session if like it was just the game just really didn't want Karlak going through that door or what the deal was, so I played with it a bit and I got everybody over here, so it's all good. I brought Karlak over last and moved everyone else over first and was like, alright, time to sneak Karlak around, and yes, okay, we've accomplished it. So that means now all we have to do is go through the big fucking audience hall door up to the next floor.
This one, right?
Yeah, that
You wanna go
one's
through that?
ours. Yep,
Swear to
that's-
God.
That's the one.
You can't joke like that. Karlak will go through that door.
Fair.
I'm not even saying L. I'm saying Karlak specifically will go through that door.
That's very
Hence why I
true.
said fair.
Say what now? Audience hall, right?
Uh-huh. Yep. Audience hall. That's the one.
Well.
Hiya, Jackie.
Hey, guys, we should probably just be careful of the fact that all these incineration casters on the wall are glowing and claiming they're active. So, like, probably
Artemis!
don't stand in front of those.
You cannot jump up there.
Also, beware the tiny little concussion grenades that they spit out.
Yep, like that one right there. Just got spit out.
And that one right there. I misread
Why do
that
you want up
guy's...
there so badly?
I misread that guy's name. Like, quite badly. The guy that Sarge hexed. I thought his name was Iron Console Man. It's,
Console Man.
it's Iron Console,
Console
Man.
Man. Take me by the hand.
There's also Iron Console Nuff. I think we've had enough of those.
Show enough.
Show
Iron
Nuff.
Console McGuff.
For first name, yeah, his first name is Show. He's Iron Console Show Nuff. True story. So, what I'm remembering from the last time we did this is I should pick up these grenades off of the ground.
So they can blow up while you hold them?
Yeah, exactly. They'll be much safer in my pocket than they will on the floor.
Clearly.
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 Clergy.
Claire Obscure.
Who's in type?
Expedition 33.
Uh-huh.
So I was telling you guys before stream started that I'd made a little mini game for like during turns and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you can jump up here. That
He
okay.
can jump up there. That's quite impressive. Also, where all of... Okay, let me put it into tactical mode so I can find the fucking enemies. Oh, that guy's up there with you. That's what you meant by he can... I thought you just meant he could jump up onto a thing,
Yeah.
but no, he can actually jump up onto a thing where other people were already standing.
Yeah, I thought I'd be fine dandy up here. Alright,
Yeah.
well, I'll just murder him on my next turn.
He's not hexed already, is he?
No.
Okay.
No.
The one that was hexed is dead.
Time to hex that man,
Cadaver-
then.
Cadaverific, if you will.
Never mind. I cannot hex that man.
Line of sight?
N-
It must
What?
be line of sight.
Wait, what? What do you mean I'm concentrating on hex? I canceled that.
What?
Okay, the hex concentration that I canceled is back, and I can't recast. All right. All right.
Huh. Huh.
All right. Let me just.
For you.
Okay. No. All right. It's fine. It's fine. I figured. I got it. We're good. You get hexed. Thank you. And then like. I don't know.
Boom.
you did not get pushed. Why did he not get pushed?
I don't know. Must have succeeded on the
Right.
check.
There's not a check.
Yeah, nothing then.
Like, he doesn't have a feat or anything that should prevent him from being moved. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. So anyway, as I play Battle of the Old Timers, as soon as I can find it. This little mini game I came up with. It's really just to have some fun because I found a toy earlier. So what I did was I went and I took the description of some games
Oh no.
and I ran them through Google Translate 50 times in random languages.
Oh no.
Oh god.
So the fun thing we're gonna do now is see if you guys can figure out what these games are.
Oh dear.
So the first one up, I do have the original, like I just took these right off of like their store pages or their primary descriptions or whatever. So I have the originals here as well. So the first one is Good and Useful, Trust After Dark Packaging and Packaging to Create Debt. What game is that?
You want to run that by me one more time?
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's Good and Useful, Trust After Dark Packaging and Packaging to Create Debt. And that's the number 2, not like TO.
To create death.
Hey, chat, feel free to play along with this one.
I want to say reciteer, but no. What?
I wanted to say Reciteer too. I think we're on the same wavelength there.
I wish there was a sequel to Reciteer.
Do you need that to hit that guy?
No,
Okay.
I was doing it just to do it because I assume that they're going to be dead before I have another turn anyway.
Did you have a guess for the question there, Natsu?
The number 2 is throwing me off. I was thinking maybe Lethal Company, but I'm trying to figure out if the 2 indicates that it's a sequel of a game and the number 2 is actually part of the title, or if that was just a really, really weird translation issue.
I mean, 50 times through translates, so...
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go with Lethal Company, though.
Okay. All the men are dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
Fair
cool.
you're out of combat.
Neato. So the answer to that is that's literally the description for yeah, actually, why don't I just read you the original and we'll see if you can work out. Gather your party and return to the Forgotten Realms. In a tale of fellowship and betrayal, sacrifice and survival, and the lure of absolute power. Mysterious abilities are awakening inside you, drawn from a mind flayer parasite planted in your brain. Resist and turn darkness against itself, or embrace corruption and become ultimate evil. From the creators of Divinity Original Sin 2 comes the next generation RPG set in the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
That explains at least where the 2 came from.
Yep. Divinity Original Sin 2, otherwise known as To Create Debt. And somehow that entire description of Baldur's Gate 3 just became Good and Useful. Trust After Dark Packaging and Packaging to Create Debt.
All right. So the rest of these are going to go just about as well as that, I would assume.
Most,
So this will be interesting.
most likely. Most likely. Oh, no wonder why we couldn't figure it out. Imagine that fucking thing, so our brains automatically cancel any attempts to decipher it. Well, naturally, I started with BG3. Of course I was going to start with BG3. The next one is a lot shorter.
Oh no.
The next one is seed RPGs avoided by RPGs, depending on what you can do.
seed like bird seed? SEED?
Yep. Seed RPGs avoided by RPGs, depending on what you can do.
Final Fantasy VIII.
I could. Yeah, I could see it being that potentially. Willow thinks Skyrim.
Willow's going Skyrim.
Oblivion.
That's a good guess.
Oblivion's a good guess.
Here we go.
Maybe thinking seeded runs to something roguelike. Fuck it. I'm gonna say Balatro.
Okay. All sensible guesses.
Oh boy, that tells
I
us
don't
we're
like
way
the-
off.
Yeah, none of us got it.
The critically acclaimed RPG that raised the bar from the creators of Baldur's Gate 3. Gather your party, master deep tactical combat, venture as a
God
party of up to
fucking
4,
damn it.
but know that
Off
only
to-
one of you will have the chance to become a god.
Oh god.
It's that fucking game. Otherwise known as seed RPGs avoided by RPGs, depending on what you can do.
I
I-
should have seen that coming. Screw you.
I have no
Does
idea.
anybody
the
know
fuck
where the
we're supposed to be
stairs
going.
are to go upstairs from here? Because like, we need to go up more, apparently. Do we just like go outside and fly up the roof again like we did the other time? Is that the answer? Like, how are we supposed to get up there? I know Natsu flew his ass up there last time.
Yeah. Oh, there's a door over here we didn't go through. Maybe that's where the stairs are. Hey, stairs.
Stairs?
Oh,
Stairs.
okay. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so, next up.
I swear to God, if it's DOS 1.
Next up. According to regulations, lists, sports, and problems, we take the character to another fence. 4 words can be customized to prevent movement. As a result of history, decisions and changes. Artists, eyes, and courage. Pull the bones and the bones. Discuss.
Huh?
Yeah, you need me to run that one.
This isn't
Yeah.
Baba is you.
Yeah.
You need me to run that one back
Yeah.
again? All right.
Yeah.
Nope. Hi, I found bombs. So, according to regulations, lists, sports, and problems, we take the character to another fence. 4 words can be customized to prevent movement. As a result of history, decisions and changes. Artists, eyes, and courage. Pull the bones and the bones.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say Wildermyth.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna say Baba is you.
Baba is you. Okay.
There's a trap.
Why can I not remember the game that we played before Wildermyth? Why is that name eluding me so fucking hard?
Celesta?
Yeah. I'm guessing Celesta.
You're locking in Celasta.
Yeah.
Well, let's go from the top here. Willow called Dokapon before I even read anything. So roll for initiative. Take attacks of opportunity. Manage player location and the verticality of the battlefield. Set yourself up for the finishing strike and possibly roll a natural 20 at that key moment of battle. Hold on. Bios, I'm going to be honest, I literally haven't looked at a Steam page for a game in well over a decade, so I genuinely wouldn't really have any ballpark guess. Yeah. In Celasta, you take control of 4 heroes, each with unique skills that complement one another. Every hero expresses themselves in the adventure, making each action and dialogue choice a dynamic part of the story. Players will create their heroes just as they would in a pen and paper game by choosing their race, class, personality, and rolling for their stats. You make the choices, dice decide your destiny. I like that you make the choices, dice decide your destiny became pull the bones and the bones.
Stop. There's no time to take a
Stop.
rest. There's no time.
Stop, you violated the law.
Dive in the dirt.
Dive in the
Now.
dirt now.
Yay, I'm on the scoreboard.
I failed a perception check over here for more bombs, presumably. All right, so Natsu has scored 1. Nobody else has scored anything thus far.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
All right, next up. Functionality of all rights. One day he was honest and eventually ran to the city. The worst. So the wrong tax. So you don't want to play the king? If you decide to pay yourself in front of a wonderful hero, usually happy, this place begins.
That might be Dokapon.
That hurt my
Dokapon?
brain. I think that's also Dokapon, but that hurt my brain.
Yeah, that hurt my head.
I'm sorry, I think you meant to say you take control of 3 heroes and some random PS1 dinosaur muppet. Fair, fair. So basically everybody is jumping in on Dokapon for that one.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
Willow
the-
is also against Dokapon.
Is it the
for that
mention
one.
of king? Is that what did it?
And
think
pay
so.
yourself was what also made me go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just want to point out the translation that became functionality of all rights was literally everyone in Dokapon Kingdom loves money.
Alrighty then.
Everyone in
There
Dokapon
we
Kingdom
go.
loves money. One day in this peaceful land, monsters suddenly appeared and began attacking nearby towns. The economy collapsed and people were at their lowest. Taxes were no longer being paid, of course. So that's when the king took action, which somehow became, so you don't want to play the king? He decided to gather the bravest warriors to rescue these towns so he can get paid. In exchange, the one who collects the most shall be rewarded with the princess's hand in marriage and the throne. And thus, an
Oh,
adventure for
violence.
money begins, where absolutely anything goes. Even Bio could tell that was Dokapon. All right.
The first one we all
Yeah,
got.
that was a unanimous win. I will give you that. This next one, probably less so,
Oh boy.
I would guess. Wait a minute.
What?
I'm wondering if maybe not. I understand there's a fight somewhere in Act 3. We might have done it already. Where like I think a dude is supposed to be like really, really hard to kill if he's standing inside of a specific area, but if you just pick him up and carry him somewhere else, he becomes
It is this fight.
Is it?
Yes, it is this
Oh
fight.
my god. Somebody needs to pick Gortash up and carry him somewhere else. It's gonna be really funny.
The teleport trick only works though if you do it a specific way, and I don't know the way.
Ah.
Do you know the way?
No.
Alright, well anyway, let's go trigger.
Plus, you have at least 2, if not 3, murder machines in the party.
I mean,
like-
yes, it just would have been very funny to invalidate his boss fight.
Yeah, I was telling my my friends out this way last week about how much damage my character does, and they didn't believe me until I pulled up the stream and showed them multiple fights, and I was just like, "Yeah, check this shit out," and they're like, "Holy fuck!"
Check out me murking the hardest boss in the game in 2 turns.
Yeah.
You can't just put king and money in the same sentence and not have it be immediately obvious. I didn't put those in the same sentence, to be fair.
Yeah, he's
The
not trying to
developers
trick us.
did, and also Google did.
Yeah, he's not trying to trick us.
This
He's
is not
just
me trying to
running it
trick.
through a
Yeah,
translator.
this is me translating things 50 times through random languages. All right, Gortash. Before
I once saw value in our alliance, but you have proven most disloyal.
you tried to kill me in an
Your
underground
actions
prison.
sparked the fall of my steel watch.
You tried to kill me in an underground
We
prison.
might have made fell with it.
No, it fell when you tried to kill me in an underground prison that you didn't want me going to.
Yes.
An alliance, bruh. I just want you. Why am I wearing the hat again?
Bruh.
I'm afraid you won't be.
What?
Huh?
Okay, I did not cut him off.
The brain awakens.
The brain? Yeah, the brain.
It's time I take matters into my own hands.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
How you guys doing?
We could have moved mountains. We could have shaken the plains. And you chose
We could have shook it like a Polaroid picture, I guess.
think I will hang your corpse in the wide. The Archduke's would-be assassin. The people will celebrate your fall and my part in it. Your bones will be a souvenir of what could have been. Now, roll over and die. Give up your life just as easily as you are ready to give up the stones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with no can do on that one, buddy boy. Shell of Resistance. Oh no. Shell of Resistance. He has immunity to thunder damage, resistance to physical and elemental damage for 1 turn, an extra bonus action, and 3 meters of extra movement speed. Neato.
Anyone got that their Dispel Magic?
I might do on a scroll. Maybe. Alright, so. Next up. I saw a bit of this one earlier. It's incredibly funny. Go back. Drugs and customers. The player sends words, Warrior Munch. There are many stars on a trip and offensive god at the end of the game. You can return with the card, Fish. Players can kill their employees and jobs. Discuss.
It's not one of the Pokemon games, is it?
I completely missed the description because I'm trying to get my attacks in, trying to figure out why my shit is doing such low damage to him.
Because he resists stuff at the moment.
Nah, he should be weak
Resistance to
piercing, though,
physical
when I'm next to
damage.
him. Yeah, but he should be weak to piercing when I'm next to him.
Yeah, but he ain't though. He is neutral to piercing.
Hmm. I'm gonna save my smites.
He
until
also
this,
has Avatar of Tyranny, and he has 150 temporary HP.
Yeah, that just happened after my last attack, though. Well, at least the Wizard's Bane oil went through.
Wizard's Bane oil did go through. Yeah, resistance to all physical damage isn't immunity. You're correct. It is not immunity.
Yeah, and my aura is supposed to make it anything within 3 meters vulnerable to piercing unless they're immune to
so
it.
your
So I don't know
aura
why.
is affecting him, because I can see it on his card, but
Yeah.
it's just neutralizing his resistance.
Yeah, it's just that's not how the aura is supposed to work. It's supposed to make them vulnerable unless they're immune. So even if they're resistant, it would still turn it into a vulnerability.
Not this time, I'm afraid. Oh, hey, by the way, Sarge, I should probably warn you. Gortash is immune to force damage. That's Avatar of Tyranny doing that, but... So, you know, wait until Avatar of Tyranny is gone before you try to hit him with Eldritch Blasts. Just putting that out there. I'm on the ground, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
They're doing a lot of damage. What level are they casting that at?
It says
Oh,
it's a
first
level
level.
1 spell.
I might counterspell it. Sarge, did you already hit counterspell? Or am I good to counterspell this? Oh, he just walked away, didn't
Sarge has not pressed counterspell.
he? Okay. We'll
But-
just have to make sure when he comes back that he does not also press
But also he
counterspell.
walked away while still having reactions in combat again, yes.
Yeah. Well, while we wait, what was the description of that game again?
Yes, so the description was, go back. Drugs and customers. The player sends words, Warrior Munch. There are many stars on a trip and offensive god at the end of the game. You can return with the card. Fish. Players can kill their employees and jobs.
I'm gonna guess this one's Reciteer.
Okay. Okay, Reciteers, certainly.
Sarge came back, and I don't think I had a chance to tell him to not counterspell because I already did.
You are correct.
So we've got Reciteer, we've got Borderlands 2 from Willow.
If it's that cursed one from before, I still think it could be one of the Pokemon games.
Sarge is still thinking Pokemon because, I don't know, drugs and customers just screams Pokemon, I guess.
Pre-sequel.
Borderlands. Yeah, let's go in Borderlands pre-sequel. Alright, well...
Uh-oh. I'm down, and you are almost dead.
I'm about to be deceased. I feel.
Can one of you two get Inu up?
At 1 HP, yep.
Be wary, there is a bomb right there.
I know.
When is the bomb's turn in initiative? Is it before mine?
I don't believe so. No.
Artemis, why do you have to try and sit on the keyboard? This is not helpful.
So that incredibly short description that we had, that was a whole bunch of word salad. It was none of the things that anybody said.
Okay.
The forces of evil are threatening to overrun Hogwarts Castle in Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, a cooperative deck-building game, and it's up to 4 students to ensure the safety of the school by defeating villains and consolidating their defenses. In the game, players take on the role of a Hogwarts student. Harry, Ron, Hermione, or Neville, each with their own personal deck of cards that's used to acquire resources. By gaining influence, players add more cards to their deck in the form of iconic characters, spells, and magical items. Other cards allow them to regain health or fight against villains, keeping them from gaining power.
Uh-oh.
The villains
I'm about to die.
back players with their attacks and dark arts. Only by working together will players be able to defeat all of the villains, securing the castle from the forces of evil.
Yep, I'm dead.
Yep, I'm on the floor still.
I had twins next to me, or else I would have moved over to help.
Sarge? No, that's me on the floor there. Sarge, okay, I'm tremendously dead.
Then there were 2. The fuck is that?
That's Gortash.
Affected entity has only... Oh, and the debuff is gone. I have no idea what it did.
After looking it up because of the way the game handles resistance and immunities, the murder aura at most can only set people who are resistant to piercing back to taking neutral damage.
That's so stupid. That's not what the description says. They need to be better with their words.
Oh, this is definitely a problem.
Alright. So how about... This person must know God's warning in the future. There's a lot of work. But they don't share new leaders and new leaders. People should sign a contract or agreement. Use all
Personified.
lunches and leaders. Showcase flowers in other competitions. Players can understand health and wellness issues. Help them respect. After the arrival, the players did not sell it. The most important thing is to teach 10 times. But for Ali Existentials, this is impossible.
Yeah, P5/P5 Royal.
Okay, you're going Persona 5. Willow's going 3 houses.
Can you run that
Alright,
past me
I was
one more
reading
time?
these.
Yes, yes. This person must know God's warning in the future. There's a lot of work, but they don't share new leaders and new leaders. People should sign a contract or agreement. Use all lunches and leaders. Showcase flowers and other competitions. Players can understand health and wellness issues. Help them and help them respect. After the arrival, the players' players did not sell it. The most important thing is to teach 10 times. But for Alex Accestals, this is impossible.
I would be
Oda?
shocked. I would be shocked if this isn't P5 Royal, or at least one of the Persona games.
Hello?
Yes?
Oh, I heard just something disconnect. I'm like,
I think my brain is genuinely shorting out. Outside of Persona, I'm not sure what I would even guess.
Well, you appear to be the only one still alive, Sarge, so that's good.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
I mean, we're gonna have to reload anyway, because, you know, the fucking
Oh,
thingy
Larvitar's
is,
love
yeah,
gone.
Larvitar's love is gone, but... Remember those...
Huh.
let's see.
Okay.
You have no idea how abysmal the wording on some of these effects are. I've been learning so much about how badly this shit's worded, as well as been doing her Sailor Moon run. Remember those really cool sounding punching gloves we got from Hope back when we killed Satan? Literally every single fucking effect on them is worded wrong and don't work as they're stated to. Rip.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
That party's been defeated. Time to load.
Wait for your host to load the game. Okay.
So, having gone through all of that, we've got Persona 5. Willow said 3 houses. What did you say, Sarge? You said something.
Outside of one of the Personas, my brain is just shorting out at that description.
Pick one of the Persona games then.
I'm gonna say Persona 3.
I like that you guys have just fixated on Persona, or in Willow's case, Fire Emblem Persona. You guys are gonna hate this.
Oh, hit us with it.
Moonrakers is a game of shipbuilding, temporary
Wait,
alliances, and
huh?
shrewd negotiations set in a spacefaring future. The players form a loose band of mercenaries, but while they are united in name, actual alliances are shaky as players are pitted against each other in the quest to become the new leader of the Moonrakers. Moonrakers is a deck-building game in which players choose contracts to attempt alone or with allies in order to gain prestige and credits. After negotiating terms with allies, players use their decks of action cards to play thrusters, shields, weapons, reactors, and crew to fulfill the requirements on each contract. Each type of action card has additional effects such as extra actions, drawing additional cards, and protecting players from hazards encountered while attempting contracts. Players create powerful decks and gain special abilities by upgrading their ships and hiring crew members. This helps them accomplish more difficult and rewarding contracts alone, letting them keep more prestige and credits for themselves. Allies negotiate who will receive the prestige, credits, and risk of hazard from contracts, but if you don't make your offers enticing enough, other players may be tempted to betray you. First player up to 10 prestige wins, but be careful, as hazards encountered on contracts reduce your prestige.
This is some goddamn bullshit.
No, I said these were all game descriptions, and that I pulled the descriptions from their official descriptions. I did not say they were all from Steam. As evidenced by the fact that I've now had 2 board games in here.
I hate this. I hate this so much.
I thought for sure that one was going to get given away by the fact that it was talking about leaders and contracts and the number 10.
Yeah, 10 is how many ranks that you can rise a person through in Persona, and you also form contracts with them.
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
got tricked.
All right. So
You'll
we
never
need
see
to
it
try
come
Gortash
again.
again. Is there anything we need to set up in advance to do different?
I don't know.
I'd like to break the incineration casters and see if we can pick off any of his traps from here.
Oh, I wonder
Time to press
hold on,
ahead.
I wonder if I can... Whoa!
Okay, Karlak was standing a bit too close to that.
Oh, those two are gone. It didn't alert him for whatever reason.
No, he did not immediately become hostile.
Kind of good. Wait, how far into the room did you get in here
I
before?
don't know.
The
I
sight
can-
line begins there.
I can make a
So
save,
theoretically,
though.
if I go here-ish, let's see if I can get.
Well, if you're not sneaking, there's still a chance that they will just see you even if you're outside the sight range. So be careful.
Okay,
Oh, there's
so,
initiative.
Well, that did
Yep.
it.
so detonating that. So it's the moment we're in the room. The detonation will also take it over. Okay.
Wait, there was a steel watcher in there?
Wait, what?
There was.
Yeah, it's dead on the floor, but...
Oh, the dead one. Okay, I thought you meant that was in part of combat, and I was like, I don't remember. Okay. Okay, I'm going to see if I can do something cheeky.
Willow is acting on the assumption that every game I cover is something we played on channel with at least one person part of the Thursday stream.
Yeah, once you did that a couple of times, that's the assumption I started falling under as well. But I was willing to do Persona because I was like, well, you do that with shit. What's their stream name?
Baz.
Yeah. I was only thinking of their actual name, and I was like, nope,
There's-
don't say it, don't
there's-
say it, don't say it.
Basil Expedition.
All right, so this is going to be a real short one, this. This is a good game with a good body, in addition to others and others.
What?
A good game with a good body, in addition to others and Mass Effect. I don't fucking know. Hold on, that's not my actual guess. What the?
Wait, is Elle not in the game with us anymore?
What?
Why do I have control of Karlak?
Wreck! I'm having issues
Ow. Well,
getting Baldur's Gate to fucking launch now.
gotcha. Well, fortunately, we have a mini game in the meantime.
Yes.
Yep.
Will is going Cards Against Humanity. Mass Effect would have a way longer description, be reasonable.
Fair.
Yeah, that's why I said that's not my actual guess.
Yeah, I could see Ka
What's-
being that. Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to remind me because you're the only one that knew about it. What was the name of that game that we played that was like Jackbox, but it was one specifically just through a web browser?
Oh,
The AI one.
Death by AI, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna guess Catherine.
Catherine, okay. Will is going Cards Against Humanity. I mean,
The obelisk?
Across the Obelisk, okay. Well, I will say, Willow and Elle are both kind of in the right direction, sort of. We fused card games and roguelikes together to make the best
Oh, no.
single-player deck builder we could. Craft a unique deck, encounter bizarre creatures, discover relics of immense power, and... Say it with me.
Play the Spire.
There it is.
Yeah.
That was like my first guess, but I was like, nah, it can't be.
Well, it is. Also, I think it's
I can't
keeping me on
believe the
Karlak. So let me
description for
fix
that
this.
would be so small.
I know,
That's
right?
why that's why I immediately ruled that out, and I was like, okay, so it had to be something that, like, that's why I asked like the AI one, which I've already forgotten the name of, because I was like, okay, it would have to be like a really simple thing to have that short of a description.
I feel like CQK Catherine would also be longer because it's Atlas and super weird.
I mean, fair.
yeah.
But there's also been a bunch of things that should have been a lot longer that got super shortened, and it's like, okay.
Oh, this next one's fun. Before starting a friend, group. Choose carefully. Yes. Can you choose and respond?
The fuck?
Before starting a friend, group. Choose carefully. Yes. Can you choose and respond?
I'm actually going to guess Wildermyth on this one if it is keeping to weekend and Thursday stuff.
Willow's
That's
also going
what I was
Wildermyth.
leaning- and that's also what I was leaning towards.
Mm-hmm.
Wild.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning too.
Willow, what did you type? That looks like that says Wilderness.
Wilderness. She was almost right. She was one off. Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Buffalo.
True story. I had the guy that like kind of did the breakdown on that as a professor back in college.
Oh God.
So everybody's locked in on Wildermyth.
And we're all wrong.
You're all wrong. This is not Wildermyth.
Yep.
Yay.
Team up with your friends and
some.
experience roguelike deck building like never before. Craft decks of
God,
enormous
no.
power and lead your party on a thrilling quest to rescue a realm in turmoil. Choose wisely. Your decisions have consequences. Dare you go across the obelisk?
God fucking
Oh
my
my God.
Ay.
Alright, we gotta fucking figure out this action economy shit. Like, does he have less dudes than he did last time?
So he hasn't done the Avatar of Tyranny thing yet, because I haven't gone up and bashed his brains in. I'm thinking we actually deal with the side jackasses first before we go after him. So I'm gonna go after Black Gauntlet. Ulava? Ulava? Nope, so he just got hexed, so I'm gonna go after someone else.
Black Gauntlet Unova? Willow's gonna be really mad when she inevitably misses a Sunday stream game.
Apparently I have no action. I don't know what that beam was that he hit us with.
Well, whatever it was may have taken... Oh no, I know why you don't have an action. It's because you started combat by
Oh.
breaking something.
That would do it. Yeah.
Yee. So, I mean, you used a bonus action, which is, you know, cool beans. Why do I have disadvantage?
Any projectile fired at this character is sent back to where it came from. Okay, well I'm not trying to hit you with projectiles, so fuck off.
Stupid hat, go bye-bye. There we go. Next game, yeah, I had to take a turn, Willow. I have to take turns. You understand. All right. Next game. Because it is correct, the best way to work. As you are old, do you use a good product? Fight against abuse. Boss and patient. Where is your store? I feel the light.
What?
One more time, but I think I have an idea.
Okay. Because it is correct, the best way to work. As you are old, do you use a good product? Fight against abuse. Boss and patient. Where is your store? I feel the light. Because it is correct is such an opener.
I'm going back to Reciteer on this one.
Sworn?
Sorry, what was that, El?
Sworn?
Okay, Sworn, Reciteer. Sarge, you got a guess?
Oh god damn it.
Level 4.
Why are not Three Houses? Why am I drawing a blank on the GameCube one?
Path of Radiance?
Wait, was that the one on the Wii or the Cube?
No, Radiant Dawn was the Wii.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna guess Path of Radiance?
Okay. You're going Path of Radiance. Willow has also gone Reciteer. Y'all are gonna be so mad at yourselves.
God damn it.
No.
Because you just guessed this one like twice in a row.
No.
Wildermyth is a character-driven, procedurally
God
generated
damn it.
tactical RPG.
In what world does that translate that way? Get the fuck out of here.
like the
It
best,
is just!
like the best tabletop role-playing experience, this Wildermyth gives you choices and answers your every decision with consequences that drive your characters forward. Lead a band of heroes as they grow from reluctant farmers into unique legendary fighters. Combat unexpected threats and strange monsters across interactive battlefields. Unravel mysteries and share pensive moments in an ever-new fantasy setting that blends hard truths and sacrifice with humor and personal storytelling. Where does your myth lead? Come help us uncover it.
Willow's so angry she spammed the keyboard.
And that one I still have open in the translator. So I can tell you that one went through English, Southern Sotho, Somali, Samoan, 2 undefined languages, Tagalog, Swedish, Canada, not the country, different language, Uzbek, English again, Urdu, undefined, Corsican, Maltese, Indonesian, Shona, Swedish, Indonesian again, Maori, Hindi, Somali again, Haitian, Hausa, Malayalam, whatever that is, Sinhala, Indonesian again, Greek, Swedish again, I think, Macedonian, Marathi, Lithuanian, Romanian, English again, Indonesian again, Chichewa, Norwegian, Portuguese, Maltese, Estonian, Luxembourgish, Korean, Southern Sotho, Sindhi, Danish, another 2 undefined languages, Kazakh, Esperanto, Hausa again, and finally back to English.
Now that's bizarre.
Even.
Yeah.
My brain hurts.
that
and
one-
not from the migraine.
That one went on for a while to get the translation. All right. Oh yes, hello, Black Gauntlet Ulova. I see you have decided to approach me. Have you considered that's a bad idea? Please go away.
Alright. Now, I'm thinking we probably have to take out these avatar things that are around the map.
Manifestations
sure.
of tyranny.
Yeah.
There are like a fuck ton of them.
Yeah, I took out one of them. And it seems like they're just trying to have overlapping auras across the entire map, which is probably why it's a good idea to take them out. Yeah, Aura of Brutality. All servants of Bane around this character gain an additional +1 strength. This effect can stack.
You know, I think this is why you pick this dude up, is you just pick him up and you run him out of this room where these auras don't exist, out onto like the symbol out there, and you beat him up over there.
Yeah.
Alright. So that was kind of all the ones I had prepared, except for one more, because those took a ridiculously long time to generate. I am happy to do other games. Like, if y'all have games you want... I hit the end turn button. Please end the turn. If there's other games y'all want, let me know. I can go pull stuff on it.
Well, might as well go see what it does with Persona 5 Royal.
Alright. Let me just go
No,
grab...
Karlach, no!
Just grab the P5 Royal description.
That is a level 6 spell that he is casting.
I'm sorry. Why is the Persona 5 Royal description so fucking short? It's literally one sentence on Steam.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
literally a single sentence.
Strange.
Yeah, life do be that. Why is
Yes,
Karlach?
life is strange.
Why is Karlach dead?
I got
Because bomb.
Ah. Naruhodo, naruhodo.
Okay, so now that I've taken out the 2 things at this end, where is my throw action? There it is. Throw...
Hold on.
What? Oh, yeah, fair.
Stop.
But why?
Halt.
We. Karlak has been picked up. Karlak has been saved.
I've got Tashi on the ground.
Willow, if you're gonna generate stuff and you want to use the same one, go look up Google Hyper Translate. That's what you want. Okay, what is this spooky hand that's chilling out over you, Sarge?
It's gonna clobber the fuck out of him next turn. It's a level 6 spell.
Oh. Can we do anything about that?
I have no idea. I don't know if it follows him. I don't know, like, if it can be dispelled.
Like, it doesn't
I
seem
have
to
nothing.
doesn't seem to be a condition that's on him. Who cast it?
Gortash.
Ah, Cortez.
Who's
Poor
currently
Tash.
on the ground.
On the. Oh, yeah. Well, he's not concentrating on it, so that's.
The Closed Fist of Bane, level 6 conjuration spell. Conjure the divine aspect of Bane the Accursed, a fist that hangs in the air until the end of the round before falling, crushing anyone underneath it for 12 to 120 force damage, and it says that it's permanent. It can move 18 feet every turn, and it does the slam every turn.
Okay, so just don't stand underneath it then. I wonder if we could somehow set it up so that Gortash hits himself with it.
Maybe? I don't know.
That would be very funny.
Hold on.
It goes at the end of the round, so it would do its next slam before Gortash did his thing again.
So Gortash dead ass said, and here comes the giant fist. Yep. Sarge,
Here
are
comes my
you
ball.
stuck there, or can you, like, I don't know, leave so you're not smacked by the giant fist?
That's as far as I can get.
Well, that's probably out of the range of the giant fist. I would hope. Anyway.
Only time will tell.
Okay, Gortash is already hexed, so no need for me to hex him.
Considering the thing can move 18, though, it'll probably move before it does its slam, but I don't know for sure. The slam might happen at the beginning, it might happen at the end. Oh, there's a manifestation of tyranny underneath it, though.
We'll just get him
Okay,
a little bit more. I mean, it didn't do any
resistance,
damage
no.
because he's still immune to force
No.
damage, but
those force current things need to fucking go down. I just put shell resistance back on that jackass.
sorry, which things? The
The things up on the wall, yeah.
oh, the force curve. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, as soon as he got close to that again, he got shell of resistance again.
That's my fault for pushing him, I guess. Yeah, they take a while, Willow. So the P5 one. The P5 one, so its normal one reads, prepare for the award-winning RPG experience in this definitive edition of Persona 5 Royal, featuring a trove of downloadable content included. Entire description. The translation becomes stressful and respectful in respect of other things.
Uh-huh.
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 I only heard that what
Yeah, so did
from
I.
through my own mic, like
Yeah.
here in my office.
Well, I mean, you know, it makes sense. In some bizarro land, weirdo world.
Is there any chance someone else can take out the functioning force curtain so I can go up and start trying to smack the shit out of Actually, no, there are more avatars I need to take out before I focus on trying to smack him. Or manifestations.
Somehow I am blocked on Lion's side of the one, but I took out the other one at least and put him on his ass again.
Alright. I took out... No? Wait, are the Auras of Brutality also immune to... oh shit, they're also immune to Force.
Oh, immune to Force. Okay, I was gonna say, I've been blacking the shit out of them, but...
Yeah. Should have checked him before I did that.
I need...
Mirrors such
Where
as
are they?
Give me-
I have so many of them.
There are many ideas for children, games, and players.
Sorry, you're mumbling to yourself. You gotta use words.
Sorry, I turned away and was reading what Willow had posted for her first hyper translate. What was that Nintendo game that had the various like different board games? Because you were super jazzed by it because it had none.
What, Clubhouse 51?
I'm wondering if that's what she translated. Because it says mirrors such as money, you think of me. There are many ideas for children, and I don't know if that's a slash or an I.
I think it's a
and players.
slash. See, I'm not confident Willow would know Clubhouse 51. Is the thing I'm running into.
Shit, that's what I was worried about. Fucking sturdy. I don't think I have a ranged attack that'll be able to...
Mirrors such as money, you think of me. There are many ideas for children / games and players. It's not gonna be right, but I love the idea that it's just a Yu-Gi-Oh reference for some reason. Like, I don't know, one of the, like, either Master Duel on Steam or like, I don't know if she's going outside of Steam stuff for like Reshef of Destruction or War of the Roses or something from the older stuff, but like that's what it gives me is Yu-Gi-Oh vibes. It's entirely just children games and players. So I'm locking in on Yu-Gi-Oh.
The last game you would think I would willingly pick. Fascinating.
Fate Grand Order?
Yeah.
I mean, if there was a baby shark game, that would definitely fall under the not willingly.
Boy, it really truncated.
Oh my God.
It truncated Stay Night. Holy shit.
That, yeah, holy hell.
I mean, basically, it took the entire description of Stay Night and ignored everything except the bit about Grand Order at the end and made it entirely about Grand Order with mirrors such as money. Like, he just made the entire thing about Gamba. Empowered unarmed strike. No, you can miss that, Gortash.
Alright. Can you get rid of that
That-
one?
It's sturdy. I'll poke it still.
You didn't need 2 bolts, Sarge. You certainly didn't need 3.
Gone. He'll still have it for this turn, it looks like, but at least he won't re-get it from that one. There is another one out here, but he hasn't run out into this part of the room yet, so I think that's fine.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of that one. Just double checking its immunities before I...
There is 2 out here.
Oh.
There's one on opposite sides of the room from each other.
Yeah, Bio. Why do I get the feeling you're about to
Wait, I
rattle something off that'll
only
make us
see-
all
There's one there.
Oh, the
there's one
force
there.
curtain. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the... there's actually 2 on that wall. The opposite wall.
Yeah, but the red one says that it's malfunctioning, just like the other one did.
I thought you meant there were 2 of the avatars out here. Okay, those are not
Yeah.
immune to force damage.
No, the red ones it actually looks like we want to keep up. It says force curtain malfunctioning, and malfunctioning force curtain is making Gortash vulnerable to elemental damage. So we actually want the red ones to be up.
He's standing under his own hand at the moment, I notice.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if it actually can affect them. All right.
Well, I took out one of
Cool.
them.
And that's why I technically wasted 2 bolts.
You don't need to do that because you have infinity damage. My damage is not your damage.
Hmm.
What the fuck is about to explode underneath me?
Probably a grenade.
Bomb, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one of those grenade impellers in the corner.
No, I shouldn't bother really doing big attacks until he doesn't have resistance. I'm gonna save my smites.
Yeah, I just found out about that hyper translate thing today, and I was like, oh man. So you can set how many times you want it to do the translation. So I set it to 50. I think it defaults to 4, and I was like, yeah, give me 50, please. It just picks like languages at random to translate between. Okay, I feel like I keep pressing end turn and it keeps not ending my turn when I think I've pressed end turn. But I'm sorry, is he not hexed anymore?
Doesn't look like it.
No, yeah.
Well,
Wonder if the shield cleared it when it applied?
get hexed, loser.
Oh, hey, that bomb took out the last, not avatar, whatever the fuck they were called. Manifestation.
Manifestation. Hey, Al, it's your turn, by the way.
Alcohol surface turned into fire.
Tyrant's Bindings. Level 6
Four
conjuration
targets.
spell. 8d8
Well,
force damage.
I am not gonna be able to counter that.
Time to
I
psionic
could
backlash.
I say I could try, but like I really doubt that I'll roll high enough on the check to do it. But I'm the only one that actually has the option to counterspell here, so let's give it a go. Nope. Whatever, he's about to die.
Yep.
Hey bud.
Later,
Get
loser.
fucked.
Regicide. Faith is inspired.
Don't waste a step.
We
Wait. We're still in turn-based mode.
I'm assuming because of the giant fucking hand, but I'm not sure.
I can't target it.
The grenade impeller is also still in turn order. Okay, there's still a grenade impeller. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. No, that one's not in turn order, weirdly.
Okay. Is it?
It's
caster
yeah, it's that
over
one.
here?
Yeah, it's. Oh, okay, yeah, it's an incineration caster. That's still in turn order.
Yeah, so one grenade and one caster, and then the big old hand of doom.
God, I can't even scratch it.
Oh!
Well, the hand blew itself up.
Tried to take out Karlak.
Hello, Netherstone.
Yoink.
Stone. I need to see it for myself.
No.
There it is. So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The Netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
As I expected, the docks under the city must lead to a morphic pool. That's where the Chosen imprison the brain.
Neat.
To conceal it, one would imagine, and to maintain the illusion of their own control above ground. With the stones in hand and the Chosen dead, we stand as good a chance as we ever will. As to how good a chance that is, I cannot say, but I have hope.
Can we get the long
reach
rest?
pool, we will find the brain, and we will end this. In death, thraldom, or freedom. But a word of caution. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. Finish your business here before you proceed.
We have.
The brain will be waiting for us.
Well, one last long rest first, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, gear from Jackass. Gauntlets of the Tyrant. Your unarmed attacks deal an additional 1-4 force damage. You have a +1 bonus to spell save DC, and it gives you access to being able to cast Command as a level 3 spell once per long rest. We also got his hand. I don't know why.
Cool.
Tyrannical Jack Boots. Boots that give a +1 bonus to charisma checks and saving throws. I assume if anyone's going to want that, it'll be Inu, so I'll send that to you for if you decide to ever put them on for anything.
Yeah.
Gortash is glowing green.
It means you can speak with dead with him, but only if you transfigure yourself first into not his killer.
Yeah.
Cloth of Authority, 10 AC clothing. You can't be frightened and can't be afflicted with other emotion-altering conditions. You have advantage on intimidation checks and insight checks, and a +1 to AC. And Fabricated Arbalist. It is a crossbow that has weapon action illuminating shot on it. Fire a shimmering bolt that inflicts 1 turn of radiating orb upon the target. And that is used as a bonus action. Doesn't say anything about like once per long rest or short rest. So that also has piercing shot and brace. And Dazzling Ray. 2d10 radiant damage that blinds all creatures in its path for 10 turns, once per short rest. That's that thing he opened up against us with in the last fight. I'm assuming no one's going to want either of those other 2 items, though, so I'm just going to send those right to camp.
I don't think I want those.
I've never seen this elf before in my life.
Gortash. His soul
Oh.
is already suffering at my hands.
Oh.
That is the fate of all those who fail me.
Well, radiating orbs is also stuff that Sarge is doing, Bio.
Yeah, I wonder who this could be. Oh my god, the freaking... Maybe the god he serves. Who would have ever guessed?
Also, yeah, use Kane, make new friends, attacking 4 people and attacking 4 players.
It's not like Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventure, is it?
Sarge?
4 people.
Have 2 of us played that? B, like...
I've played 4 Swords.
I actually have had 4 Swords floating around, so...
I think I still have my copy of it sitting all of like 20 feet away from me, along with the rest of my Game Boy stuff.
Can
I'd
we
have
talk
to pay
about
like
how many
20
times I own 4 Swords now? So, I have the original Game Boy, like the original GBA version. And then back when the like DS or the 3DS I think was first coming out, maybe it was the DSi, you were able to get it like on there temporarily. Like if you were an early adopter. So I had it on there.
4 players.
And then once I was able to like fix my like jailbreak my 3DSs, I now have it on every 3DS I own, which is 3 of them.
Nice.
So yeah. I mean 4 Swords is like maybe a possibility. Either that or like Borderlands 2 maybe. I don't know. It's way too short to be Borderlands 2, but things keep getting truncated, so who knows?
Trying to figure out.
Yeah, Borderlands 2.
Borderlands 2. Wow.
Figured.
Okay.
You've given him a dead archduke.
Is there a character
is
named
no
Kane
use
in
to me.
Borderlands 2?
A living explorer, a Githyanki of some talent, perhaps, is a different matter. One question asked, 4 still remain. I am Bane.
Yeah, no shit.
The Black
Yeah,
Lord.
duh.
I am the ultimate tyrant. I am fear. I am.
Wonder where it
hate.
pulled Kane from then.
And you are the dagger that bled Merkel's favor.
I'm guessing
You
in
are
one of the
thorns
translations
that
Jack
prick
became
my
Kane.
sides.
Yeah.
Yet you are proof that still I will rise.
The ingredient
And
turns
Baal
and gives
Urkel
animals
will
and
heal.
life. Change the area to help, and help children help and reopen.
You live
Oh.
for power. You have proven it with every fallen foe, every chest opened, every skill claimed. As
No, we're not
long
gonna
as
serve you.
mortals and immortals vie for sharper blades and louder voices, I am strengthened.
Turns.
So it is for Baal and Merkel, and so it is for you. You make me eternal.
Turns and gives
Hmm.
animals and life.
What can I
Change the
do
area
to
to
earn the blessing of Bane, I
No,
wonder?
God, no.
Why do red dragons ally with the Githyanki? Why did the broken god befriend Tyr? Ah, but you already know the answer. By making one ally, you deny them to another. And by turning mortals illicit, you deny their souls to their keepers. You do not stoke fear by reaping your own fields, but by burning your foes.
Huh.
I mean, I don't have to do it. I just want to know what he wants.
You have already laid the foundation. You gained my favor when you slayed Gortash.
Yeah, I saw that too, Bio.
Your need for power exceeds even his. Use the nether stones to commandeer the brain and unleash your infected army. And I will count you among my chosen.
Yeah, okay,
Or
I'm not gonna do that.
Your lust for victory still brings you one step closer to me. It is done. 5 questions and no more. Gortash is dead, but I am undying, just as you've made me.
The only games I can think of for Willow's newest one are games that I don't think any of you have played, so they don't make good guesses.
Yeah, I don't really have a good guess on that.
Like the two that immediately popped into my head were Potionomics and Potioncraft Alchemist Simulator, and I don't think anyone in here has played those.
I would have maybe thought Animal Crossing, but I don't think either of them have played it either, so...
I think it's I think it's either one of the Pokemons or Pal World is I think it's a Pokemon or Pal World. Those are my like guesses on it.
It's been guessed tonight for other games Inu read.
That's why I'm saying Pokemon still.
Huh. What if we guessed where it wasn't actually the answer?
Hey, by the way, Notch, there's a lock chest up there.
I missed where the ping was. Oh, over there. Yeah, okay. Alright. I need... not that bag. Where's my bag that has the rogue gear in it? There it is.
It could have been Reciteer as well. Yeah. I did think about Reciteer briefly, but...
Huh, okay, yeah.
I didn't think about it enough to
Oh
commit
wait,
to
before I
it.
even try and lockpick this, I got a key off his body. Yep, okay.
I spy with my little eye.
Elle, you're done using brainworms, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Displacer Beast, go!
He was just keeping a brainworm in a chest?
Sure was.
Fucking dick.
Also, a pair of boots called Helldusk boots. You cannot be forcibly moved by a foe's spells or actions, and you ignore the effects of difficult terrain. When you fail a saving throw, you may use your reaction to succeed instead. And also the class action Hellcrawler. Teleport to an area and deal 2 to 16 fire damage where you land. The impact blast spreads in a 3-meter zone once per short rest on a bonus action. Anyone interested?
That's kind of interesting.
All right, send them to you. Inu, I've also sent you both a letter and a book. The letter off of Gortash's body, the book from the chest.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's these two, but I don't know for sure.
What are the names?
So we've got Keeping Up Appearances and Letter to Oscar Fevris.
It's not Oscar Fevers.
Uh,
It might be Keeping Up Appearances, but I don't remember what the contents.
because those are the two that are.
Did I send them to the wrong person?
I think you
Did I
might
send
have,
them to Sarge?
because like I don't have anything at the bottom of my inventory.
Sarge, did I send a letter and a book to you instead?
Note from Hellisk and Accelerated Grand Design.
Yep, I sent them to the wrong person. Just like I sent the boots to the wrong person.
Where did the boots need to go?
I already
Oh,
moved them.
okay.
Notes from Helsik. Lord G. Yes, if necessary, I could get you back into the House of Hope for the right price, of course. Though I doubt they'd be happy to see you again. You didn't exactly leave on the best of terms. However, you know your business better than I or anyone else. H. Devil's Fee. And Accelerated Grand Design. The key points. As top leaders in the Bainite hierarchy, to effectively implement what the Mad Alhoon known as the Blue Apex named the Accelerated Grand Design, it's important that you understand its broad outlines. Don't worry about the details, leave those to me. The central element of this plan is that our dominated elder brain lays illithid tadpoles that induce a state of suspended ceramorphosis, in which the host does not transform into a mind flayer. Instead, the tadpole becomes psychic minions of the hive mind of the elder brain, which they perceive as a goddess, a deity of conquest called the Absolute. This Absolute, however, obeys the commands of the Chosen of the Dead Three, and needless to say, as Bane is the god of tyranny, our allies who worship Baal and Merkel must in the end defer to us. Hey look, finally somebody explained what the fucking Absolute was. Only took all game.
You said we were taking a long rest, right?
Yeah, back to camp.
Alright, I'm gonna see what this Displacer Beast form looks like then.
Surprisingly, it looks like a Displacer Beast.
Whee!
Laser Beast.
Can I ride you like a mount?
Oh.
Right click. I can.
I see a displacer beast. I must shoot it.
Go ahead, try and shoot it. See what happens.
Really?
You can't target it. Wait, why could
Yes,
you?
I can.
Why could you target it? He had Sanctuary. Bio Sanctuary, lying fuck.
It does say enemy attacks or spells.
Well, Sarge was an enemy.
Not according to the game mechanics.
Fucking bullshit. He was targeting you. That makes him an enemy.
I would have to agree that should make me from hostile enemies. I mean, strictly speaking, I was a hostile enemy.
Yeah, that exact. Oh no.
What?
Just pushed him.
I thought the coup de grace was coming right there.
So did I, actually.
You don't have to heal me. If I dropped to 0 hit points, I would just revert back to my regular form.
Oh. Well, I mean, we're going to be doing a long rest anyway, so.
Yeah.
It's not like it matters. Alright. Anyway, to camp. We gotta go check in on Will and his dad and have a rest before we go fight a fucking dude, bro. Will and his dad, where the hell are you? Incidentally, there's Will. Oh, what do you know? Will wants to have a chat. And Ravengard also is a quest marker. Hey,
The
Ravengard.
Absolute's voice is gone, but I still hear its echoes. Reflections of reflections.
So answer by the
Question.
why is Gale and Minsk standing there? I know why Will was there. He was also there like 5 seconds ago, but
They really want to know
I
about
failed,
something.
Father.
you weren't there.
Arm is fallen. A terrible fate for Ansur, my son. Yet my hopes for the city's future have never been higher.
I don't understand.
You and your allies slayed the undead terror that was once the great Ansur. You are stronger than even the great worm. You will be the one to part the storms and lead the people through. You, not Ansur, are the savior we need.
Yeah.
First, you will fell the Absolute. Then we will rebuild Baldur's Gate. We will take back our city together. I will name you Baldur's
Baldur's Gate's newest Grand Duke of the Council. You will be hailed Heart of the Gate.
You do know I'm planning to make my boyfriend a god, right?
The part of a fiend.
I will tell the citizens and the patriarchs of your good works. They will know you carry your father's banner.
Uncertainty fills the air. Will has reached a fork in his path. In which direction will he travel?
Number 4?
Yeah, I'll just let Will do his thing.
Will?
Willow's so mad.
To right the wrongs of the coast.
Oh?
To slay the men and monsters that hunt the helpless. It is in the wilds that I find my courage, not in the halls of upper city estates. There will be no Grand Duke Will Ravengard, and there will be no Blade of Frontiers. I am now the Blade of Avernus. For as long as demons and devils imperil the Sword Coast, they will be my prey.
Then
Poor
go with
Karlach.
my blessing. Be Faerun's great defender. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. Let these be the lights that guide you, my son. Hail the Blade of Avernus.
By the way, speaking of things that don't accurately tell you what they do, in addition to making you ignore some difficult terrain types, not all like it says, the Helldusk boots also make you immune to prone.
At your side.
Yay.
You know you can triumph.
Immune to prone, baby.
Alright, Will, what you got, bud?
The Blade of Avernus. A new name for a changed man. The 4 pillars finally rise within me. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. I'm not trying to hold
Justice
them,
for Gotham.
but to become them. But enough reflection for today. I'm of a mind to celebrate. A hearty meal would do the trick. A few hunks of fresh venison, a round of brown ale. What do you say?
Duh.
Sure.
Wonderful. You hunt the deer, I'll scrounge up the ale. Prepare your belly for a roast a la Blade.
Oh, I'm sure we
Let's
already
hope
have deer.
Gale doesn't take offense if I assume cooking duties, just the once.
Alright, so what are you planning to do once we kill
I
the brain?
scout both the hells and the coast's havens, and I destroy every fiend that dares put its eye on Faerun.
Will takes a sharp breath. He's keeping something from you.
What the hell, Will?
Come on, Will.
Yes, there is. I will be hunting Mazor.
Ah, good for you.
Oh, okay.
Claim one more soul, slay one more victim. I'm going to make my way to the hells and tear the horns right off her damned head.
Hell yeah.
No. Kick her ass.
Kick her ass, Seabass.
Damn right. I'll cut her to ribbons before she can so much as groan Zariel's name.
Cool beans. Later. Oh, sorry. You still want to talk. Hello.
Let's talk.
Sure.
I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a Lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Well, anyway,
All right.
moving on to other
What
things.
else is on your mind?
Literally nothing. Are you done having Stop having exclamation points! What do you want?
Let's talk.
I think it might be broken.
I think Will's broken. Yeah, literally everything else is just go fucking do this shit. Alright. Well, let's go have a... Let's let our monsters hang a rest, shall we? As soon as I can... Does anybody know where the fire is?
There's an option to end the day right next to me at the roll on the Bay of Peril.
Ah.
Bay of... Oh my god.
The Bay of Harrow.
Bay of Peril.
The Bay of Harrow.
Oh,
Welcome, one and all, to the Bay of
Bay
Harrow.
of Peril.
Holy shit! That's the worst one
Holy-
I've done in a while.
Holy shit, dude.
Sweet Christ.
I prefer salty Christ, thank you.
Okay, I'm not seeing any exclamation. Well, apart from Will, but we know he doesn't
He's
actually.
being ignored.
He doesn't
Gale
actually.
doesn't have anything for you. I
So-
would go try Gale just in case.
We don't have the crown yet.
Yeah?
I can
Well,
go.
you woo Gale. I'm gonna
go-
go to the bathroom. I will return.
Oh, I do see an exclamation point over here, whoever that is.
That is Halson. Elle, go talk to your bear husband.
Where is he?
Over here.
He's standing by Mizora, the lesbians, and Volo,
Oh, okay, I see.
and also Gale.
Oh. Yeah, where's Volo? Where are you, old bastard? Let me see if I've robbed you of your items yet today.
I never quite realized how burdened I was until I met you.
Is he just trying to hide that last part for Natsu's sake?
threat of
I
the
don't see
Shadow
why
Curse,
I want to stab the
the
devil
politics
who's
of
been
the
messing with
Grove.
my family is something he
I was
doesn't
forgetting
think
who
we'd
I
be
was.
down with.
But you lifted the fog.
Yeah.
Thank you. You. I discovered you.
Oh,
Oh,
Progress.
you gonna fuck the bear?
I have taken many lovers. My heart does not stir lightly. But it does now. I want more than to fight at your side or sit around the campfire with you. I want to lay with you under the stars and feel your skin against mine. I think you feel the same way. Why else would you have been so concerned about whether I had a lover before? But tell me I'm wrong, and the matter can rest. I do not wish to sour our friendship, but I have to know if it can be something more.
Now's your chance,
What
Elle.
the
Don't
fuck?
fuck it up.
Number 3? Jesus.
I was concerned perhaps my imagination was playing tricks on me. My stomach was in knots like some lovelorn 90-year-old. If we do this, I need you to understand exactly what I do not ask of you. I will not ask you to dedicate yourself to me. I roam as nature wills me to, and your heart remains your own. I just wish to share in it.
Yeah.
When the others are sleeping, we'll slip away together. And we won't get much sleep.
yes.
Oh my God,
I'm
Elle, it's
sorry.
happening.
It's
Did Elle
happening.
just bag a bear?
Yes.
Not yet,
Yes.
but she's going to.
Effectively, yes.
Let's talk.
For fuck's sake,
Bug.
Will.
Bug, bug, bug. Bug, bug, bug. Hey, the exclamation point's gone.
It'll come back. It always
bug,
did
bug.
before. Well, Gale didn't have anything to say, so
Dang it.
I guess there's only one thing to do. Go to
Sleep,
bed
sleep,
so
sleep,
Elle can
sleep,
fuck a
sleep.
bear.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
That's an entirely different story.
It's fine, Halson. Karlak doesn't have a heart to give you anyways, or time for that matter. She's kind of destined to literally explode and all that.
Duh.
Are you done robbing Volo blind?
Yeah, he didn't have anything. I already got him at the beginning of the day. I just had to be sure.
All right. Last meal. What are we having? What do we want?
Whatever sounds the tastiest. Tastiest. Blah, 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 blah.
Beholder eye stalks?
No.
Sure.
Haggis. We got a lot
That
of
sounds better.
have a lot of haggis. Oh, poutine.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yo, double
Absolutely.
serving of poutine. Just
Hell yeah, let's go.
2 servings of poutine is 40 points. Let's fucking eat, boys. And L.
Poutine's so fucking tasty. Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, I think it's fade to black. Fade to black.
For a second, I thought he was already naked. I was like, man.
Dude works
Yeah,
fast.
I kind of thought so too. I was about to ask, is he fucking a tree?
He is a druid.
I mean, yeah.
You came.
Not yet.
She hasn't.
Might have all been too soon.
Same person.
Same person.
Watch as Karlak immediately cock blocks her and
As have I.
somehow selects 5.
Oh my god.
It's been worth the wait. I'm almost frightened to touch you. If I give in, I may not be able to stop until I've devoured you.
Oh,
Crazy.
baby.
Why?
For me, bear daddy.
As I do you,
I hope you brought a elixir of fire
Nevertheless.
resistance there, bud.
I will be gentle.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
the fade to black.
I'll try.
Nope, that's not the right one. Shit, where's the button?
Yeah, you better hurry up. You better hurry up.
You better hurry.
I got it. It's fine. I may have accidentally pressed the Borderlands 3 button instead of the BG3 button.
You knew that was a sentence I never needed to hear you say.
I do need to tap
yes,
back into the game so
A
the sound
tasteful
is.
blade of grass blocking
Yep.
the view.
Yep.
All I
And
can
that
think
was
is
a tasteful
Austin
blade of
Powers.
ass.
Just as nature intended. Come here to me.
Huh?
Up. Up. He's becoming a bear. This is
That was
not.
dong.
This is not a joke. He did just turn into a bear.
Without
Yep.
being prompted to. Huh.
And now
I
he's
thought this
giving
was
her
something
sex eyes as a bear.
Yeah, I thought that was something you'd have to prompt him into.
Oh,
The fact
okay,
that-
he came
now
back.
He's back.
Lost the run of myself. Sometimes, if
Oh.
blood runs hot enough,
He's got just a casual leaf over his dick on my screen. But
I think Karlak wants to tame the beast.
I'm waiting for
Yeah.
Karlak
All
to
right,
just
one or
cock block
two.
for
Go-
3.
One or two. What are you picking?
come
I'm
on,
just waiting for 3. Come on.
you like it.
come on, Karlak. Just admit you want him to f you as a bear. Yeah,
Are you certain
There it is.
let me have
you'll
the
be
beast.
untamed, vigorous, and, well, large?
Oh, humble
See-
brag.
I see Karlak is also trying to get all of life's experiences before we know we're destined to die.
Okay, he's turning back into a bear. All right, he's a bear again.
What an unbearable situation.
This is barely safe for us to even watch right
He-
now.
He's giving her the sex eyes. She's staring into his nose.
Willow.
Ah!
Oh yeah, and then the squirrel's gonna drop the nut.
Squirrel
there it
squirrel has
is.
dropped the nut, and the squirrel has run away in terror.
And
Oh
now
my
it's his-
God!
Now it's his turn to drop the nut.
Okay, it's fine. We're back.
Scene is over.
Ah, yes. Got what I wanted, finally.
And Elle got to
Uh,
fuck the bear.
So Elle's always wanted bear dick.
Is that really all that surprising? Because I barely find it noticeable.
I hope you're very prepared for this unbearable bear of a battle.
There it is. I was like, how many times do we have to say bear before Inu goes into it?
Well, Elle definitely went into it
Oh,
the other night.
barely at all.
Where are my? Yep. potion
Where
bottles. Yep,
is
now where's my
That
animal
extra.
speak potion? Hello? I should have like 40.
Let's see.
They're there.
Karlach.
Should have an extra hill giant. Yeah, there's a hill
Well,
giant
let's
strength
see.
elixir.
Yeah, I gave you a bunch. You should be
No, you
good
gave
on
me
those,
2, but
yeah.
that was as many as I needed.
Yeah, I guess that feral instinct that you have on you at all times came in handy.
Alright, I'm gonna go rob Volo blind.
Yep, you do that. See if he's
Oh,
got
hey, look, Volo has an
anything.
exclamation point again.
Yeah, I told you it was gonna come back.
Wonder if Helson has anything new for L.
Baby, oh.
You might have something for her in 9 months.
Lizard.
That's
Lizard.
Having something
Sarge.
for him.
Sarge,
What?
you've achieved Stephanie Meyer's level of understanding of biology there.
Wee.
I got
Will
Helson
intends
pregnant.
to take the fights to the very hells themselves? I can think of no one more capable.
Volo has been suitably robbed blind.
Alright.
I have as much money on me as I can carry without being overweight. I mean, if no one's gonna send these elixirs or use these elixirs, I could actually just store all of these and then.
Well, I've already
Have
used an
more
elixir
weight
for
for
the day,
money.
so I literally cannot use another one.
Send to camp.
That is
Send
not a
camp.
possibility that exists for me, you see.
These are all elixirs, right? Elixir. Right. Send all those to camp. Stop that.
Even if by some miracle you do somehow manage to live through the big brain and stop having brain slugs in your head, Karlach's life is still going to be real short, so better to just go wild.
Uh-huh.
I mean, YOLO.
Send to camp.
Frankly, it doesn't matter if the gigantic bear dick destroys her reproductive system, because she's never going to get the chance to use it anyway.
Yep. That system might not even exist currently.
Yeah, that too, you know.
Send all that to camp.
Alright.
Send that to camp.
So where was our warp point to get to the bit we needed? It was
The
like...
docks?
Yeah, we needed to go to the docks, but it was like... Oh yeah, the Gray Harbor docks?
Possibly. I don't remember.
There's like a boat that we were going to be able to take somewhere. I'm pretty sure.
I want to say that sounds right. Definitely something to do with the lower city docks. Or under city docks?
We should head to the sewers, it says.
City sewers it is, I guess?
Like the quest log says we should go to the sewers. Let me know when everybody's ready.
Do it.
Well,
Almost.
yeah, I was gonna say
Almost.
not to was working on stuff. That's why I was saying.
I don't need that anymore.
So we ran into on our way to the murder council, maybe. That would be the Temple of Baal, though, wouldn't it? Wait, I can leave without it dragging everybody else with me, right?
No idea. Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I'm almost done.
Yeah.
I have cleared up a lot of extra capacity. Excellent.
Who's that bald capybara? Look at Minsk down here just playing the drum on the floor.
He's having a great old time.
I wish I knew what you were playing, Minsk. I would join in.
Okay. So I still have that on me like I need to. I still have all of that on me like I need to. Okay, if you want to hit us up with a save, I think I'm ready to go. Oh, wait, you're about to fast travel anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bio, what was that thing Natsu said earlier?
Hay of Bale? No, Bay of Hail.
I feel like it was even more ridiculous than that, but
Hail of Bay? No.
That's
it was
think
the,
it was
it
Bay
was
of
the
Hail.
Bay
Bay
of
of
some
Hail.
Bay of Hay roll. The Bay of Hay roll. There we go.
down on the bay of hay roll today.
That's what we're gonna name this save. All right, to the sewers, I guess.
I currently have over 124,000 monies on me.
Game. I said to the sewers. To the sewers.
Sewers.
Fast traveling is broken. Can I just leave camp? Okay, I can leave camp. Can I? I'm in a. I'm entering a different region. Yeah. Okay.
I tried going to the sewers.
Tagalongs are on strike. Refused to pick up camp again. Oh, the save menu has the Myconid or the loading screen has the Myconid colony on it for me at the.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Good chat. And we're all standing inside each other.
I'm glad I didn't immediately do anything because I just realized the Orphic hammer might be in camp. So I'm going to grab that real quick.
It'd be a shame if we were to not have the hammer.
The correct answer, by the way, is the Temple of Baal. So.
Because oh wait, no. Oh no, I gave it to Inu. Inu has the hammer. Okay, no, we're good.
Yes, I do have the hammer.
Okay, where are we going? You said Temple of Baal?
Yeah, Temple of Baal, and then we're heading kind of like north from there. Although I think going... No, that's a wall. We can't actually go that way. So it's going to be out this direction. And then around the corner here to head up this.
Come on, Karlak. You're going to get lost again.
My camera wouldn't turn.
Why couldn't you have just been a cool hive mind like those mushrooms we hung out with? Yeah, those guys were fucking sweet. Yeah, because it was down here where we got the, hey, don't go that way. And we're like, okay, understood. Don't go to the big brain. Got it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because here's where all the fucking mind mice were, the cranium rats. This is exactly the place I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, a severed torso. Hey, severed legs.
Hey, a note called Evading the Elder Brain. Or, actually, I think that's a book.
Hey, a wooden chest.
Oh, look, a heroic chest.
What's inside?
I mean, if the resident loot goblin isn't gonna. 4 orange dyes and 28 gold.
Evading the Elder Brain. Hey, we've been discovered.
A skip. Oh, neat.
The Emperor is interrogated by Gortash, Part 3. Gortash, when we captured you, you were a rogue, an autonomous illithid beyond the power of the Elder Brain that transformed you. Emperor, that is correct. Gortash, when we brought you back into the psionic ambit of our hovering friend, the Absolute, your defenses were overwhelmed and you returned to your former servile state. Emperor, also correct. Gortash, how did you escape the control of the Elder Brain in the first place? Emperor, in my original humanoid form, I possessed an exceptionally strong personality, so much so that even after Ceramorphosis, I was still substantially, quote, myself. Of course, I concealed this beneath a semblance of perfect servitude. Gortash, and that's why the Elder Brain was willing to send you out of the colony on scouting missions? Emperor, yes, as I told you before. Gortash, how long did you feign mental slavery before you were able to escape? Emperor, 13 3/4 years. Gortash, until you finally were given a mission to Baldur's Gate, distant enough to be out of the Elder Brain's control. Emperor, that is correct. Gortash, remarkable. Emperor, that is correct. Gortash, and you don't mind we've brought you back under psionic control. Emperor, I'm completely entirely devoted to the needs of our Elder Brain and of its masters. Gortash, you're not lying about that, right? Emperor, correct. That would be impossible.
Well, that's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, ready to hop on a boat?
Wee.
Damn Skippy.
Boaty McBoatface.
Once you enter this place, there is no turning back. You will no longer have access to your camp or the items stored. New players will not be able to join your party. Do you wish to proceed? Yes.
Boaty McBoatface, Boaty McBoatface.
Pristine darkness in every direction.
I guess I'm... Oh wait, no, I'm there hiding behind Karlach. Got it.
Rhythmic slap of water on rock as your vessel cuts through.
The gentle rhythmic slap of bear on Karlach.
Damn.
A gentle rhythmic slap of bear on bear action.
Mm-hmm.
Bear on bomb action?
Bear on barbarian action? Barbarian action?
Closed. What the fuck?
Bear balls on barbarian action.
I suspect it will be needed for a bit. I'll step away.
Look out, Karlach, you're about to be impaled by it. Never mind.
I was about to say, I was like, that's what happened to Karlach last night.
I am floating really well in that heavy metal armor.
Me? Lie? Well, I can assure you that it's impossible for me to lie. Just as I can assure you that I'm not, or that I'm just some nameless nobody who doesn't have any historical significance.
Not a single bit of it.
Balderdash.
Hey.
An overwhelming force pushes into your mind. The brain. It is here.
No, you. No. Like how the person who's had the least amount of worms in the party was kneeling from that, and I'm just like, alright, whatever.
Whatever, whatever. I do what I want.
The brain is here.
The brain
To find
is
a way
here.
forward.
The brain is here.
Yes, but first, more money. Inventory report. Shit that don't matter.
Waiting. Preparing. Calculating. Evolving.
There's a headless corpse over here.
Ah, yes, the famous story of the Headless Corpseman.
Yeah. As one
Garlic.
do.
Do 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 do. Garlic.
Do 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 do.
I did say I was stepping away.
Oh, okay.
Carlac do 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 do. Carlac do 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 do. Diggy diggy hole.
Yeah, I could, go to the bathroom and refill my water.
Personal note. I don't know why I'm always the one being sent to smuggle goods into High Hall. I value my neck just as much as anyone else here, and those traps are just as dangerous as the day they were installed. It's only fair that I get a danger bonus for this work, so if you find this cash, it's because I'm keeping it here for my retirement. Signed, L.
What?
It
Yeah.
actually does say it's the letter L, but it does actually say
Oh.
You know, like L from Death Note.
that. A lot of headless corpses in this area.
A lot of headless
Along with some
corpses.
intellect devourers up ahead.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Luigi is fucking dead.
Luigi.
Alright, north or, well, I guess I always follow the left-hand wall, so.
Ye-
Oh, dead intellect devourers.
Huh.
And a dead intellect glutton.
The fuck is that?
It's like an intellect devourer, but more.
Yeah?
Well, I'm glad I came out here. Listelia drycelis. Has Drororialis's teddy bear and a torch. Alright, got a special teddy bear. Don't know why I got a special teddy bear, but I have one now.
Yayifications.
Dominated. Controlled.
I don't want to be. Well, no, that's Gale's job.
Yeah, Gale's job is to be crowned.
Yeah.
It's like I'm literally going to make Gale into God, so, you know.
This
despite Willow's displeasure on the matter.
I failed the perception check, you guys.
We all failed a perception check.
Oh, well.
Ah! Hey, I think I figured out what the perception check was.
Yeah, me too. That is a lot of intellect devourers.
Joke's on them, I don't have intellect to devour.
Yeah, me neither. These guys are all like level 1 though. So, except for the intellect gluttons, which are level 5. But still not a threat. So, like, don't burn unrefillable resources.
Burn everything!
Gosh.
They are just setting up for Karlach to cleave the ever-loving daylights out of them over there.
Gosh. I have a 14 AC and you missed?
They're
I know you're
level
level
1.
No. No.
No.
Target rich and
See, that's how you do it, Sarge.
Oh, more of them. Oh no.
That's better.
I can't see where my is. Life request.
Trying to see where you're human first before I go off and do anything.
Yeah, I mean, likewise.
Okay, I'm gonna go off on
Expect
the other ones that are over this way then. No. No. And then there was one which is going to be out of my range almost assuredly, yeah. Okay.
Where is it?
Gone.
Gone where?
Vacation.
Oh. Not fishing then. That's unfortunate.
Correct.
Camera? Camera, please.
Thrall. Break.
Ooh. Sarge found something. Or was
I
that...
noticed
Yeah.
the stones had a listing for health. Ooh.
Hey, look, a heroic chest.
Scroll of Confusion and Scroll of Featherfall.
Oh.
What, that's
Boo.
what the game went through to hide?
Yep.
Boo.
Yay. Just what I always wanted, a scroll of
Boo-ers.
confusion and a scroll of featherfall.
No!
Elle does not want a scroll of confusion or a scroll of featherfall. She's like, no, f that noise. I wanted good shit.
Same.
No. God, these fucking bridge builders around here need to fix their shit.
They're all dead.
Lock door. You know what? Fuck it. Don't bother. Don't bother switching equipment.
Thank you.
Just blow up the door. There's... Oh, Viralius Dricellus is in here. Dead. I have your teddy bear.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
You're gonna give
Corpse,
him their teddy bear?
corpse is too damaged. Oh, man. Let me go into my inventory. Yeah, Druralius' teddy bear.
Oh, you should give them their teddy bear.
I did give them their teddy bear.
That's good.
You might be dead, but at least you have your bear back.
Just like Karlak.
No, Karlak got it bareback.
Mm-hmm.
Solid brick of tar. The brain must be close.
No, it's my cheese. Back the fuck off.
No, not my cheese.
Yeah, have some white cheddar. She's trying to get it. That's why I'm yelling at her.
So I'm suspicious about that big old lake in front of us.
I may
don't know
be a
what it could be.
monster, coach, but yeah, I'm not heartless.
You want us to hit us with like one more save before we get closer?
Okay, hold on. One more
I'm just
save.
getting close to you, but I'm not passing you. Alright.
Sit.
Deathly silence.
Sit.
The air is stale
I already
and
am.
putrid.
No, Artemis, sit.
It's close. Have the stones ready.
Your blood slows. Your senses strung so tight they could snap in an instant.
Sit. No.
Ooh.
Sit. Good girl.
One save more.
No. Good girl. Right down there.
Huh. That brain certainly do be big.
You know why you are here.
Yeah, it's my crown and I want it now.
You think
I want to
that
give
by
it to
Give it to Gale.
Gale.
the chosen and taking the Netherstones, you can destroy me.
Yeah.
I
No.
mean, what are you going to do to stop the man with the turbo spear? Ow. Haha! I have the nether stones. I can go into Kamehameha pose with them.
And they have a giant fucking tentacle.
Yeah, but I have nether stones.
Paw.
Huh?
Paw.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
Paw.
Huh?
Paw.
Huh?
It's messing with your mind. Don't listen to it. Use the stones.
Strength is your best one. Thanks to that hell giant strength.
+5. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Could give myself guidance. I'm not concentrating on anything at the moment. Apparently.
Yeah.
So. Never didn't have it.
Hell yeah. Guidance came in clutch.
Then I force pushed the man. And then force pulled the man.
By eliminating Ketheric, Orin, and Gortash, you have simply unbound me.
No.
Exactly as I intended.
No.
Well, you think that's some kind of big brain play or something?
Heh. Heh.
Don't listen to it. Focus on the crown.
Oh, charisma. Nah, you don't fuck with the bard on charisma, motherfucker. Hello. 25. Pshaw. Never didn't fucking have it. Not 20, baby.
Hot damn.
Best bard who ever barded.
If only that net 20 was coming up on a future roll.
The crown is not my weakness. It is what made me what I am. I needed the crown to build an army. I needed the chosen to bring it to me. They would not have surrendered it freely, so I gave them what they wanted. Power. Just enough that they would play their part in my design. Their part has ended. The next orders will be mine.
Uh-huh.
I won't allow it. Again, dominate it.
It's gonna be strength again, I think.
Yep.
Actually, yeah, no, it's strength. Bow before the glory of the nether brain. No, that's just gonna kill us.
Sure will.
Oh.
30. Okay.
Okay. Nope, missed it.
Which means you have to roll at least... Oh, no, because the D4 could potentially roll higher, so...
So the minimum roll with a +5 plus guidance. So I'm at +7 and then a D4. So I'm at a maximum of +11. So if it's a 30, I need I actually need a 19, don't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like for a minimum, I need I actually need a 19 or a 20. It's the only way to make this.
And you need the guidance to roll a 4.
Yeah.
And you can get it on 19. Otherwise, it has to be a 20.
Otherwise, it has to be a 20. Nope, that ain't it, Chief.
Oh, it even rolled a 19.
I know.
Game's teasing us.
I mean, this is barely acceptable titillation.
Nope, that ain't it, Chief. I mean, we've got like a 6.5% chance at this or something. There's 5% from the nat 20, 5% to hit the 19, and then 25% of that 5%.
I don't know. I'm not doing that math.
It's like 6.25% is, I think, what we have. Oh, ain't it, Chief? We're just in Karlak roll territory now.
Hey.
I mean, it's true.
Prove them wrong.
This is just the situation we were in anytime the game forced you into like a charisma-based conversation. Or we just had to re-roll until it nat 20'd, basically. But at least in this case, we have a second out. Nope. So Hinatsu, when you get that new computer next week, don't forget to like install Borderlands 3 on it as well.
Yeah.
Because we're not.
Well, at the very least, it'll be after next week's stream. Unless it happens to show up a day early.
Nope. So on average, we should get this within around 20 rolls or so.
Yeah.
How many are we at? Has anybody been counting?
No, nope. Maybe
Nope.
Bio did, but I certainly haven't. This is me conserving brain capacity until I actually have something to do again.
I mean, me too. I'm just kind of hitting F8 and then tapping 1 a couple of times. Stupid quick load being on F8 instead of F9 like God intended. Sorry, I meant Todd, not God.
Yep. You can blame Natsu on that one, Bio. He lives for your suffering.
No, I don't. Sorry, Bio.
I don't know. I don't know about that, Chief.
No,
I
what
just
you
assumed
said.
that I thought he would have gotten a count just to be cheeky at some point.
no, Nintendo lives for Bio's suffering, as evidenced by Fortune's Weave existing.
Hmm.
They're like, hey, you want to do more memes, buddy? What if we just sent you back to Fodlan?
What if memes were memes of us? Do 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 do.
Nope. That's 7.
Meme.
No, I'm not making him do it, but I will provide him the tools to ensure that he can. I didn't make him do it the second time, but he still did it.
Willow, isn't there a debate that free will is a lie?
The first time happened just kind of, organically, and the second time, Bio just decided to continue being an insane lunatic and killed his tablet in the process.
What was that translation site you were using?
Hypertranslate.
All right, I got one that I'm gonna go do while we wait for this to sort itself out.
Oh wait, this could be it. Nope, not it.
I'm gonna do 35 like Willow was doing.
I don't know how much text they'll let me put in at once, but I kind of want to take like the entire first chapter of Team 8 and throw it into there and see what it comes back with.
God, no.
Just see how long it would take you specifically to figure out what it was.
God.
Oh my God, we should put Willow, we should put My Immortal through it. Yeah.
Okay. The description for this one actually isn't that long, so let's see what it comes out with.
Save that for whenever we end up playing Wildermyth again.
Because we know we will. We know it.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
First chapter of My Morty.
Of course we're gonna end up playing Wildermyth again. Like, how could we not end up, playing because it is correct, the best way to work. As you are old, do you use a good product? Fight against abuse. Boss and patient, where's your store? I feel the light.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how would we not end up playing that again?
So I heard recently, and didn't confirm it, but something wants me to believe that it's not real. But what I had heard is that they were turning a Harry Potter fan fiction into a movie. And the person who posted it was like, it's apparently a Snape x Hermione fanfic, and people were complaining about it, being like, "Oh God, why do fans gotta be like this?" So on and so forth, whatever. And I interjected and said, "Well, at least it's not My Immortal being turned into a movie."
We got it, boys.
My camera's broken, so I can't see shit other than guts on the ground.
I still got 6 seconds left until the translations are done.
Hold on, I gotta laser this fucking brain.
And you had your role to play too. Who do you think told the Chosen about the Astral Prism? Who do you think planted the knowledge of Orpheus's power and the fear of what it could do?
Blacketh.
When the Chosen sent my thralls to retrieve the prism, who do you think let the Emperor slip its leash, knowing it would be the one to bring you to me?
Were you a part of its plan?
No shit.
I only needed one Netherstone loosened from the Chosen's grasp to guarantee my...
None of my textures, by the way, have loaded. I'm just staring at blue screen and tentacles.
We
liberated me. This was your role, and it is complete. Now you will witness the grand design.
Is that like the grand line?
All right, so this is a roll that you need to make a roll of 20 on in order to succeed.
Well,
I believe we're about to see a DC 99 check.
Cool.
Hey.
I mean, the good news is we're basically at time. So we're going to do a lot of reloading next week. Probably.
I'll tell you now, the roll doesn't actually mean anything.
Yeah, but I want to
gonna
see
keep
it
re-rolling
succeed.
until you get it. Yeah.
Dude.
All right. Before we cut out of here, though.
I've got one
the
more before we
translation ready.
leave too. Yeah.
All right. Choose your path. First started 4,000 years after 4,000 years. These are the new guys. You can damage a small end of the note. Or has fallen? incorrect or bad words or actions, the galaxy ends. Players, animals, cars, weapons, places, and stars. Using more than 400 unemployed people. Terms, terrails, books. Choose the hair shape, hair, and hair. Don't touch the stars.
The actual fuck.
Don't touch the stars, man.
You're harshing my stars, man.
I'm going with Coder for no reason other than it talked about stars a lot.
Anyone else got a guess? Willow said Terraria.
Good one to guess.
I mean, I saw somebody playing Starbound recently, too.
Me.
That would be a good guess, too.
I booted it up recently.
We should all just make a bunch of these to fill time for next week if we... Like, I love this. This is so stupid. I fucking adore this. I'm glad I found this because, like, I found this and I jumped. Charge and I were in a chat before we started, and I was like, I'm making a mini game, and I was just doing this the whole time. I was just translating shit in the background for later.
All right. So far I have Kodor, Terraria, and Starbound. Anyone else want to put in a guess? Yeah.
No.
Sarge, you got anything?
Not really, no.
Okay. Inu got it right. It is Kodor.
Damn fucking right. I know a Coder description when I see one, motherfucker. Imagine having someone who isn't exclusively me having to make a bunch of dumb bullshit to fill out time for a weekly stream. We don't know. Okay, so I did, like I said, I did have one more before we go. And I was saving this one. So, this one. All new products of literature. Special clothes. Place a new font and enemies. Games and games and games and games. Enemies. Red flowers. Flowers. Sea and miles. Translate.
Huh?
Have fun.
Huh?
Games and games and
Games and games. Yeah.
It's not Minecraft, is it?
Okay, so we got one for Minecraft.
Can I get the beginning bit of it one more time?
Will is also going with Minecraft. All right. All new products of literature. Special clothes. Place a new font and enemies. Games and games and games and games. Enemies. Red flowers. Flowers. Sea and miles.
Fuck.
Miles is in the unit of distance, not as in like miles from the early Assassin's Creed games.
Or miles per hour.
Yeah. Or that one guy that we knew from college.
Yeah.
And games 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 and special clothes.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
All right, you're going AC Black Flag. So we got Minecraft twice, Black Flag. We got it. We got anything else? No. So with the rest of these, the pattern was noticed. These were all games that we've done on stream. That we collectively for Thursday have done on stream. This is the one that breaks the rule. Because this is one that we haven't done on stream yet. The original Shooter Looter returns, packing bazillions of guns in an all-new mayhem-fueled adventure. Blast through new worlds and enemies as one of 4 brand new Vault Hunters, the ultimate treasure-seeking badasses of the Borderlands, each with deep skill trees, abilities, and customization. Play solo or join with friends to take on insane enemies, score loads of loot, and save your home from the most ruthless cult leaders in the galaxy. Otherwise known as all new products of literature, special clothes. Place a new font and enemies. Games and games and games and games. Enemies, red flowers, flowers, sea, and miles. And games.
Sure.
Borderlands 3 and games. It's like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but Borderlands 3 and games. Oh, I get it. So instead of and games, it was supposed to be and guns.
Guns.
Yeah, I thought that too, and I was waiting for that to come up in the description, and then it didn't.
Nope, just, bazillions of guns. I think it just took bazillions and made it like and they got guns and games confused.
And games and
And
games
games and games and games. Enemies and red
games,
flowers
games,
and
games,
flowers
games,
and
games.
seeing miles. Oh my god. So good. So yeah, next week we probably finish this. Probably. I mean, we have
I
a
hope so.
we have a recap to do. Then we have to, like, I don't know, deal with Orpheus somehow, deal with the big brain, and then in whatever time is left, we're inevitably gonna have some Google translated, like, fucking word salad to try to work out here.
Yep.
So that's gonna be fun.
Duh.
Because, I mean, honestly, it's just going to be easier to do that than to, start Borderlands 3 next week, frankly. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's this week. And next
Games,
week we'll...
games.
Games, yeah, and games, right? So next
games.
week, and games, will handle itself. And games.
And games.
And games.
And games.
And games. And games. You know what? Just need to make a new save real quick.
And games.
And games.
Games.
Because now the funny thing is, when we go back through these saves eventually, like God knows how long from now, and we just start reading through them, we're gonna be like, "Don't touch the stars!" and games.
Yeah,
What?
I was about to say, I like how the last two back to back are just continue. Is don't touch the stars and games. Like, don't touch either of them.
Right. Like these are just wild, and like I can't wait for a day, like, I don't know, a year from now, where we have no recollection of anything that went on, and we just start going through these, and we're just like, what the fuck does any of this mean?
Yeah,
Like
what the
sacred
fuck was
penis
wrong
on the
with us?
table, lewd.
Yeah.
Like some of these are just completely every hard save from now is just end games, but with an extra end games at the end. Absolutely. Yeah. Just end games, end games, end games, end games. I should have started that in all lowercase, so the next one could have just started slowly getting more uppercase as it went too, just become more shouting.
Games.
And games. But yeah, until next week, where we have more games and games and games and games, enemies, red flowers, flowers, sea and miles.
Goodbye.
Bye.